Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night for some of you. Welcome to the Confidence Booster Come Accounts R2R. Probably the last session before your CA Foundation exam by Shetty sir. Probably by all other faculties also. So all of you relax, chill, and enjoy the session. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How is the Josh?
Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
What you're telling high, sir, is also not high.
Till the sky, sir.
Till the sky, yeah, that is nice. Okay, good. So, fully ready? Shall we start? Okay. Whoever can keep the video on, you keep the video on. Improve your impact and improve your marks by keeping the video on. Okay. Welcome to the session. Welcome you to the YouTube viewers. Okay. So maximum people try to be in Zoom so that I can also connect you directly and in the best possible way. Screen is visible. Ritvik. Namaskar.
Yes, sir.
ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇಬ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಇಬ್ರು
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಬೂಸ್ಟರ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬಂದೆ ಸರ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೆಷನ್ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
ಸರ್
thank you welcome to the session so I'll take all of I'll mute everyone okay wherever there is a doubt we can take the questions later okay it's okay otherwise no issue. Session will be handled by me. I hope all of you know myself, Shetty Sir Munkur. 30 minutes, it will be confidence booster session. Then 55 minutes, I'll be discussing. I'll show you the Sarga in accounts. Okay. So entire account syllabus I'll cover. If I can cover it in 1 hour, you can cover it in another 2 days, which you can complete in 3 hours. That's the plan. Agreed? And no, I'll not take any question in the middle. Okay. Last 5 minutes, let us have a general discussion and hi bye. And after the session ends, maybe half an hour, I will also take up one of the special areas of questions. If anybody is interested in the Zoom, you can stay back. You are the creator of your own destiny. So we are in the stage where we are supposed to create our destiny. So many people say, I believe in luck, etc. I do not believe in luck. I believe in hard work. So if you want to create your destiny, create it. And you're in the right stage and right age to create the same. Okay. This is the age for you. This is the stage for you to elevate your life from here to here. Okay. Those who are interested, you have to do it. Fine. All things are difficult before they are easy. One of the beautiful quotations. All things are difficult before they are easy. Probably 10th standard exam when you wrote, it was difficult. Now, if you look back and say it is a chiller exam, isn't it? It is an easy exam. So all things are difficult. Look at this beauty of that English. I love that English. Okay. Before they are easy. Same thing with the CA. CA foundation. Now you may feel it difficult. But when you come to CA intermediate, you say CA foundation to chiller, inter tough. When you come to final, you say CA foundation inter was difficult, it was easy. That's how you say, make it easy right now. Chiller. Now onwards, chill and chillered activity. You can't just wish for a better life. You must go out there and create it. As I keep telling, when the pandemic started, it is not about actually you are finding yourself, you have to create yourself. Finding yourself was the old mantra, okay, in this successful stage and age. Whereas now you have to create yourself. You have to, hundreds of opportunities are there, you have to create. So purely from the CA angle, pursue the passion and not marks. Till now. Now you have to chase the marks. So till date, your knowledge-based education was important for all of us. Now you have to convert that knowledge into marks. Sir, you have very good knowledge, but you are not able to communicate. I will not be able to understand your knowledge. So all said and done, there are hundreds of debates, discussion across the globe, exam hona chahiye, nahi hona chahiye. But at the end of the day, I will know your knowledge reasonably by marks. Yes, 5 to 10% variation is there. So it has been proved again and again. Yes, a school topper, or maybe in the class test, whoever is reasonably top, he always tops actually the final examination also, 90% of the times. That means knowledges are, many people argue with me, sir, exam cannot be a final indicator. I never said that. But definitely, do you have an alternative? Do you have an alternative to judge? No. So you have to go by the age-old system. Yes, sir. There may be some Montessori way of learning, blah, 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 fine. But for the mass, that cannot work. Maybe for some people it can work, but mass it cannot. So ultimately, till now your knowledge I concentrated. Now that knowledge has to be converted into marks. Sir, I knew everything, but I could not complete the paper. I will not be, I can only pity you. I can only show you sympathy. You and your pati cannot do anything, isn't it? So from that perspective, our target now is marks. Why am I telling this here? Some of you, you'll go for one question, you'll take it. Oh, I want to get out of 1 hour you spend on one question for 20 marks. Stupidest thing which you can do it in a CA course. So that's why relax, Chinmay. Why are you so serious? Okay. So don't do that. Okay. So you have to meticulously follow certain things, which I'm going to tell you a little later. Okay. Then you remind me. So I say first question, how many minutes you can take? Second question, how many minutes? You have to meticulously follow that. You cannot become 100% perfectionist. Come out of it. Till now, yes, I was only telling aim at 100 out of 100, work for 100. Till now, from now onwards, yes, till the exam, in the exam also put effort. At the end of the day, in the exam, all you end up with 100, you end up with 80, doesn't matter. So last batch topper, okay. So she's a topper, but her maths paper, one of the paper was actually below 50. CA final first rank holder, one of the students' marker was 44. 7 paper he excelled. 7 paper. There is not 3 paper. So doesn't matter. One exam goes well, one exam doesn't go well. Okay, just till now your knowledge. Now you have to convert it into marks. How do we convert into marks? To the point. What they was asked. You don't show your extra intelligence here. Okay, extra smart work here. What is required, to the point. Nothing extra. So by doing that extra, you are going to lose extra marks. Did you hear correctly? You are not going to gain extra marks. You are going to lose the marks. Listen carefully. Very, very important. Next. So chase excellence. Next. There are 3 categories of people even now sitting in this session. First people, are you going to pass in first attempt? Answer is yes. Yes, I am going to. Yes, there are some confident people like me. Come what may. So I prepare very well. Once I prepare, I don't care about the exam. Till the preparation, I will also have little tension. For example, I have to take a recent some of the exams, maybe MA English, MS Psychology, whatever. Along with so many other work, preparation was not an easy job because we have to take out the time, maybe 1 hour in a day, 2 hours in a day. So it is difficult. But once I prepare, exam day morning, you tell me to, take any session, I have done that. I take some classes, I directly enter because my preparation till that period was very good. Now onwards, there is no point in worrying because it is absolutely meaningless, ridiculous thing which you are going to do. Till now, you have put your effort. Now, some of you say, sir, I have not completed 100%. Best joke in CA student life is, have you completed studying? You know, why are you so serious? Smile, no? Yeah. So best joke in CA student life is, Pradyumna, you know, Kumaran sir ge bomb bittidare pakkadalli. And Kumaran sir serious abitidare. Kumaras and Kumaris. So best joke is impossible. Anybody says, sir, I have done study material, RTP, MTP. Yes, sir. Idealistic scenario. We are all living in idealistic scenario. Okay. Ideal dreams, ideal standards are like dreams of a Sophia Lawrence. Desirable but rarely attainable. I repeat, I don't know who is that Sophia Lawrence, maybe some model like Cinderella, etc. You would have heard, no? So dreams are like a ideal scenario. They are like dreams of a Sophia Lawrence. You would have seen that, heard that Cinderella story, glass, chappals, blah, 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 blah. Idealistic scenario. Every child would have, every girl child at least would have wished for it. Okay. Idealistic scenario is what you call desirable, but rarely attainable. Next sentence. You know, desirable, everybody. I say 100 out of yes, 400 out of 400, yes. But I know it is not possible. I'll tell you one beautiful incident of one of the movies which I watched long back. Reasonably good movie in Hindi. Om Puri, okay, one of the side actor there, one of the good actor there. He was a side actor in that movie. Okay. So there's opposite. Om Puri was the inspector, and his junior was Sadashiv Omrapur, you know, Sadashivanta. He was a good actor. So here is the Om Puri. Okay, here is the villain, the dacoit or whatever. Next to him is the Sadashiv. So now very closely there. So this Om Puri shoots and it exactly hits the forehead of the villain and villain dies. Sadashiv comes and says, okay, sir, because by mistake, Sadashiv would have died. But Sadashiv says, I was very confident about your aim. But Om Puri says, I was not. So this is a risk what you have to take in life. I'm serious. So what is the person who shot, he said, I was not. So you should aim at 400. You should aim at 400, work for 400. But at the end of the day, be practical. At this stage, let me be very practical. So if you get 400, I'm happy. If you end up with 380 also, I'm happy. End up with 220 also, I'm happy. That's it. But work should be at 400. Aim at the moon. At least you can end up being a star. Aim at the moon. At least you can end up. That's the target. That's the target what you should have. Fine. So for that reason, now relax and chill. The golden days, next 10 to 15 days, your parents take extra care. Anything you want, next to your doorstep, next to your table, inside the table, everything. Lootle 10 to 12 days. I know they will also be waiting. July 1st or they will take revenge series. That's okay. Till then, lootle. Right, take it. Next. So there are 3 categories of people. One person like me, always confident. By God, come what may. I prepare. See, yesterday we had a hectic schedule. So many things. Morning to night, I was having meeting after meeting after meeting. Today morning, I have to take a role of a yoga teacher. So suddenly I realized I am not prepared for it because without preparation, I will not get into any job. I sat. I prepared a beautiful PPT, etc. I started preparing for the yoga also. So it came exceptionally well. 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I slept for 4-5 hours. But do I look like, till now I have not taken a break today, but do I look like, and it is an international yoga day. Okay, so everybody has done it. There is a good aura across the globe, but still I am getting a benefit out of it maybe. So I am a confident man, but because I have prepared, same way. So you people, 3 categories of people. First one, yes, I am here to pass in first attempt. That's it. This attempt, this is my first and last attempt. Second one is, no, I am not at all prepared. Simply I am going and trying. I am not going to pass. Both are, I am happy. Both category I am happy. Beach ka category I have a problem. I may or may not. Agatta ilva. This is exactly the sufferer category. Okay, atava, will I get 350 plus? Will I get? Don't bother here. Marks acha, marks important. Fine. Now onwards, you are here to say, I am here to pass. That's it. With 400 marks is my target. End up with 300, end up with 250. Extreme case, touch wood, let it not come to that level. 200 also okay. For me, there is no difference. Trust me, the person who celebrates more is the person who gets exactly 200 rather than the person who got second rank All India. You know that, no? First rank fellow will celebrate, second rank fellow will be crying only, isn't it? So, but you should come out of it. But there's a reason why they removed that rank system across, but still somewhere there is a concept top 10, blah, blah. We still do it, maybe for whatever reason. So don't get into it. You are in a top 10. Don't say second rank. I am a top 10 years, maybe state, central, whatever. So I am top 100. What a big deal. When I got my first rank in BCom, one of my BCom friends, amazing fellow. He's a very average student, excellent boy. He said, I also missed the rank just by 342 marks. See the attitude. I also missed the rank by only 342 marks. How can you miss by 342? It is a huge gap, isn't it? Okay. But that's the attitude. That's the attitude. Enjoy. So be in the category of, yes, I am here to A category. I am here to pass in first attempt. Don't be in the being a CAP student, citizen student, or anybody listening here now. Everybody is my student now. Okay. Don't be in the case, no, I will not pass. You have put that effort. You would have put 80% effort. Check there. No problem. Don't be in that third category. 100% I'm here to pass is the only thing which you have to think. I'm not going to pass at the yochana madbedi. Don't think about it. I may or may not. Agatta ilva question illa. That is the unfortunate sufferers. And trust me, it is not just for exam. Every time this is what. Let's take Pradyumna. Okay, is my friend. Nanu Pradyumna ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟವನಾ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ meaningless. Either I should accept that is good or I should accept that is bad. According to that, if I keep thinking is a good or bad, I will be the sufferer. I hope you understand that. That's why 100% I am here to pass in first attempt. Second point is, nobody would have completed 100% of syllabus. Even though you say, yes, sir, covered, I'll ask you now, MTP of 2021 October, did you do it? And you will say no. Your answer is no, because October 21, there is no MTP at all. So the point here is, okay, so first point is, if you're prepared for 100%, I'm happy. If you are prepared for 80%, let us take the first two papers descriptive, next two papers MCQ. 80% if you are prepared also, my dear friend, the first two paper, 125 mark question paper into 80%, 100 marks. 100 marks. In that, if you get 80% correct, you get 80 marks. 80 into 4, if you get a 320 top score, above distinction. Okay, top distinction. Second example, third and fourth paper, there is no choice there. Selection solpa tilpama, onchu tilpude, usarijja. So, third and fourth paper, 100 mark is MCQ. Teluguli cheppiddu madam, ninge artha aglikilla. Yeah. So, third and fourth paper is MCQ. Alli choice kodala. 100 marks you are prepared only for 80%. 80%. Yes. 80% if you are 80%, 64 marks you got. Still a first class mark here. So, anybody who has prepared even for 80% is going to pass. Okay, let us take a worst scenario. Two papers if you are prepared for 80%. Two papers if you are prepared for 60%. Take the mathematics, you still pass. Two papers if you are prepared for 80%. Assuming 125 ka 80% ka 80%, one paper, you get 80 marks there. And 100 marks MCQ 80% ka 84% andre 64 mark. So there only you got 80 plus 64, 144. Another two papers 40 also will pass. So how can you fail? Now you have to put that effort. It's something like some people would have failed in PUC. Okay, they would have put so much effort. It is around 200 mark question paper. Out of 170 questions, they would have said, no, I don't want to pass. Chod do. Aisa karke they would have got. Because 2022 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ pass ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ valuation PUC ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So illu aste almost CA foundation ಅಲ್ಲಿ, as long as you put a reasonable effort. Okay. Now don't ayyo ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ayyo I should have prepared well. That person was budgoing from the beginning. You have to prepare very well. What is the use? First standard in the LKG, everybody was telling, did we follow? We never followed, but still we are successful. It's okay. It worked. No. It worked. No. Just believe in it. Now it's going to work here also. Just relax and chill. Next 2 days, 10 days, you are going to wonder another myth. Don't believe in that. Oh, next 2 days, chance illa. Whatever you have done, it is enough for you. I'm telling you. Maybe to get a rank, maybe to get a distinction, maybe to get a top score, or maybe to at least get a pass marks. Relax and chill. Yeah, you have already written 500 plus exams, my dear friends. This is one more. As if Mount Everest in the jump. This is what some people are going to create the aura. Yeah, I'm writing a CA exam. And you are written 500 plus exam in your life here. From LKG till date, 500 plus andre class test, art test. Adella, Arshita Patil to Yawak Baridanta. LKG in the Paradil, 100% you have written more than 500 exams. ಅದು ಕೆಲವು ವೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕುಮಾರಸಲ್ಲದೆ ಒಂದು ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 5 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ 500 ಪ್ಲಸ್ and you return that test and you're successful. Why do you bother now? So you written a very serious note. It is just like any other exam, just like another. See, this one point you should be very, very clear. Some of you 1.5 years back, maybe Arshita, but etc., they would have joined when they're in first PUC. Some of them would have joined second PUC. Some of them would have joined very recently. At that time, you came with a completely different attitude. Now you see, you're almost nearer to the success. Just as the 2 days exam starts, and trust me, you just close your eyes and open, you would already pass CA foundation. This is what happened with you from 10th to PUC. Ayyo, pandemically 2 years time spent madadanta. Be honest, very honest. Did you feel actually you passed 2 years actually after 10th standard? It flied, man. It actually went faster than the normal case. Went faster than the normal, and you are busier than the normal days. Isn't it? Life moves here. Life moves. So don't think, this is one important point with the family members also. Hey, he is writing a CA exam. You are writing an exam. Yes, on 5 to 10% all said and done. Elrigo. That's okay. But adakke phobia ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. You are writing a norm, because some people come and say, I black out. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ stupidity. I don't accept. You are not prepared ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So I went black. All this 500 plus exam ಏನಕ್ಕೆ black ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀನು? Don't give me all these reasons. Go and write. If blackout ಆಯ್ತಾ, suppose extreme case ಅದು ಆಯ್ತಾ, so just ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾದ ಡಕ್ಕನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಕರೋ. ನೀನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾದ ಡಕ್ಕನೇ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಾಣೋದಲ್ವಾ, ಕಣ್ಣು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಚಿನ್ಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು, ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ಓಪನ್ ಮುಂದಿನ ಬುಚ್ಚಲ ತೆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೇಮ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಓಪನ್ ದಿಮಾಕ ಬತ್ತಿ ಜಲಾದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಮೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಯಾವುದೊಂದು, ಅದೇ ತರ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ 1-2 times ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ. ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 or 2 ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ CW along with my CA exam. We didn't get time to study. CA exam ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. CA exam ಮೇ ಆಯ್ತು, ಜೂನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ CMA ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಟೈಮ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹೆಂಗೋ CA ಓದಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ದೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 3 papers I could anyhow manage. 1 paper was totally unknown. But what to do? Somewhat 1 day before the exam prepare ಮಾಡಿದೆ, exam hall ಹೋದೆ. I knew first 3 papers I have done very well. ಹೆಂಗೋ I will get good marks ಅಂತ. 4th paper if I get 40 I'll pass ಅಂತ. I hardly knew anything. I sat, kept on writing whatever little bit I knew with reasonable knowledge. Okay, trust me, I attempted 48 marks and I ended up getting 49 marks. You may ask how anta. Maybe they will give some grace marks anta badkotintare. I would have got only 42, 43, 45 marks because, and all other papers I got 80 plus. Okay, so had I not written the paper, some of you will do that. One exam, yaudond exam tough, on the next paper you don't do that. I would have still been a second attempt. By God's grace, that never happened in my life. Adukoskara, one exam, easy, tough, whatever, go and just give your best shot. Is it clear? So first point is, don't create ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಫೇಸ್ ನೋಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ ಇದೀರೇನೋ, ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಈಗ ನೂಡಲ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ನೋಸ್ ಸಾಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ತಾನೆ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, 500 plus exams written. This is one more exam. Don't create unwanted tension for yourself and your family member. Go and enjoy the exams like any other exam. Right, fine. Special point, my leg is in my brain anta Shetty sir. I had severe muscle catch. Okay, so today morning when I did that 27 Surya Namaskar, I did along with my friends only. Yesterday I was suffering, but I didn't tell anyone of them. But after the session I asked, did you observe that I had a muscle catch? They said no, because it's all here. If you think you have a problem, you have a problem. If you think you don't have a problem, you don't have a problem. That's what I believe in it. A problem irutte, pain, enjoy the pain. That's okay. Body is ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, you're alive ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, you're alive ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಪೇನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್. ಏನೋ ಪ್ರದ್ಯುಮ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಪೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಓಡೋದು, ಪೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎಂಜಾಯ್. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, chain is as strong as its weakest link. Write all the subject with equal importance. Sir, I love accounts, nim paper 80 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅಯ್ಯೋ I don't love, sir, I love math. You love everyone here, we love all. That's it. At the end of the day ನಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನೀನು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆ, ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೋ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್, SWOT ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್, ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್, ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ, ಥ್ರೆಟ್. ಪ್ರದ್ಯುಮ್ನ ಹೇಳೇನೋ ಋತ್ವಿಕ್, ಪ್ರದ್ಯುಮ್ನ ಋತ್ವಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈಫ್, ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ ನೇಬರ್ಸ್ ವೈಫ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ, ಥ್ರೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್. ಬಟ್ there are 2 points to be noted in this. Assuming your strength is economics, yes, get best out of it. But touch wood, unfortunately, that paper only becomes tough. Be happy because your strongest paper is tough agide, right? You'll at least end up with the 50-60. Assuming your weak paper only tough ಆದರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಮಿಸರಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ there's a beautiful matrix. Look at the decision table. Do you have a problem? 2 arrow marks. Yes, no, relax. Yes, do you have a solution to that problem? Yes, no. If you have a solution, why the hell you are worrying? If there is no solution, what is the fun in worrying? In all the cases, stop worrying. That is exactly for your CA course. Okay, everybody is able to understand. ಶ್ರೀರಕ್ಷಾ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಳಿಸಿ, ಯಾರದು ಫೋನ್ ಪೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಗಕ್ಕೆ. ರೈಟ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, yoga and health. So some of you may be doing some physical activities. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so please continue to do. There's one stupid thing we do, 99 out. You would have seen some races, amazing inspirational video ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಫುಲ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಹಿಂದೆ ಇವನೆಲ್ಲೋದಂತ, ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫೆಲೋ ವಿಲ್ ಓವರ್ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್. This exactly happens. So one is, you are doing some physical activity. Assuming if you are doing physical activity, yoga, etc., till 30th June, compulsorily you do it. 20 minutes to half an hour, not 40 minutes maximum, not more than that. If you are not doing something new, let us not start something new. Adu 1st July nu churu ಮಾಡೋಣ, CA day. Okay na? If you are doing, continue to do, because that gives you extra energy. Even if you are not doing physical activity, I would strongly recommend you to do that, because that mind and body are very beautifully connected. At least pranayam you do. Pranayam I taught you. Majority of you know that. So morning, afternoon, evening, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು 5 minutes just relax. ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಒತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಡೂ ದ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ್ 2 to 3 minutes ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. Go. Maybe 145 is your exam ಆದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ, around 115 ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಆದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ. ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ? ಸೊ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಔಟ್ ಒಂದು 5 ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೆನ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಮೈಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕೂಲ್. ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. 5 to 10 marks ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀರಾ? ಏನೋ ದೀಕ್ಷು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ? ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಡೂ ಯೋಗ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ. ನೋ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೌ. Relax completely. Adequate water. Eat healthy food only next 15 days. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಬೇಕಾ? ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇರಿಯನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಯು ಇನ್ ಜುಲೈ. ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವ ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ದೆನ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಫುಡ್. Then sleep for 8 hours now. Okay, extremely important. I would not suggest you to go with sleep unless ನೀವು ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ತರ ನಾನು 4 hours ನಂತರ ನಿದ್ದೆನೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಸೊ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ says even if he sleeps he'll not get a sleep ಅಂತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡಿ ದೇವರು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರು ದೇವರು ಫೋಟೋ ಕಟ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ, ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಸೊ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ 8 hours is what I strongly recommend. Even if your body requires 9 hours you sleep, I don't have. That is important, especially first exam. Look at the beauty. First exam, law and VCK and MCQs. Not understood? Okay, especially first exam accounts alla, accounts tension, first exam tension. Law and English is the two adu bega, and MCQs 100 questions requires 100 ways of your thought process. It is not like accounts. Understand this. Accounts paper, you start a partnership question, 15 mark. Once mind is set, flow comes. Maths alli once maths question mind applied, one logical, all questions are jumbled. They are not going to give 40 20 ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ತರ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? So you need to think 100 different times. That's a mind should be totally, absolutely free. Otherwise, so what I meant ultimately, all the 4 papers, mind should be free. It is like Indian soldiers caught hold of Pakistani soldier, and they gave him a dice 1 2 3 4 5 6. You know that, alva? So they told him, if you put it, if you put 1 to 5, we'll shoot you right now. Suddenly, with the expectation that fellow, if I put 6. They say we'll give one more chance to put the dice. ಕೊಲ್ಲೋದಂತೂ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅದೇ ತರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ and have a good sleep. Very very important. Then carry a good bag. Okay, so exam ಒಳಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಗೀಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಈಗ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಜಿಪ್ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2 ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಹಿಯರ್? ಯು ಹರ್ಡ್ ರೈಟ್. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2 ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ತಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕೀಪ್ ದ ಪೇಪರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಸೈಡ್. ದ ಲಾ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 things in life. ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್, ವೈಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್, ಗರ್ಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಹರ್ಷಿತ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನೆ? ನಿನ್ಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಶೈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಶೈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಶೈಯ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು, ಎರಡೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಇಂದ ತೆಗಿಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಯು ಮೇ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 4 to 5 ಅಥವಾ 10 ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪೆನ್, ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ 3 4, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್, ರಬ್ಬರ್, ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ನೀಟ್ಲಿ ಕೀಪ್. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಔಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹಂಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಡೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಾಲ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಲ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ನೀವು ಪೂಜೆ ಗೀಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಸಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದೀಸ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಟಲ್, ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಟೇಕ್ ಬೋತ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದೇ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ದೇ ಸೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೊ ಬೆಟರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಅ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ and also a plastic bottle just in case if they don't allow. Okay, so paralpeda idre tagondogi. Okay, suggested. Fine. Next, wear comfortable dress. No new dress during exams. Nimma birthday ne irbodu, some of your birthdays may be there, it's okay. No new dress on the day of exam. It is not jokes, so very serious. Don't wear new dress, don't wear uncomfortable dress. Most comfortable dress nimge yavudu idiyo ಅಥವಾ you are following that color combination ಗೊತ್ತಿದಲ್ವಾ, Monday and Friday white, if you are following you can follow that. Otherwise, don't get into something new. Comfortable dress. Yaವುದು normal average dress ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Don't go for any dress which is uncomfortable, because every point matters. Every point matters. Fair enough. Next. Yeah. Exam. Okay. Zoom ID, is it a different one? Check up. Yeah. Be prepared for one exam being standard. For one question in each paper being standard. Did you understand this? Paper out of 4 paper, 1 paper may be standard. That's the normal phenomenon. So it may be accounts, it may be law, it may be whatever. Account standard andre being Chettis's 20, you cannot fail. Be happy. Law and English, yeste standard adro English atho law. One of that actually you should score and you should pass. Math starts logical reasoning alli 3 papers ide. So math stuff, recent mock test alli stats was standard than the maths, what I understood. So sometimes maths will be standard. One of them, economics basic, how can anybody get less than 50, 60? Not possible. How can? So one paper standard idre, be happy. In each question paper, one question being standard also okay. Manage the bouncer well. You can hit the loose balls to the sixer. So this is how the best of the best cricketers, okay, they have done. So it is not that actually they played it. Sunil Gavaskar's record, I'm not very sure about the number. Originally ODI one day matches were 60 overs. Adu gottu nanage. 60 overs. Opening batsman like ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು he played all the 60 overs. Ended up with only 36 runs ಇರಬೇಕು. I'm serious. I don't know the exact number 33 36. And still one of the greatest cricketers ಅವನು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Because he used to know how to manage the bouncer well. ಅದು exactly happened. One of the paper ಇಲ್ಲಿ 36 ಬೇಡ. Okay, we need to maybe 45 50 ಆದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So manage the bouncer well so that you can hit the loose ball to the sixer. Namde dialogue. Do's and don'ts. Okay, so what are the things you should do? Yes, Odama, Harshita Bhatt.
Do's. Practice writing at least for 1 hour every day to improve speed. In the
One of the
last,
most important requirement of the professional exam is will not be able to complete the papers. Now you are lucky. All the earlier cases actually you are supposed to answer 6 questions. Now you are answering 1 plus 4 5 questions in the first and second paper, but still people are not able to complete. That's a keep writing at a very good pace, speed. Tomorrow day after, and first exam admele 100% you get the hand pain. 100%, that natural. That pain goes off. Jagdish Babu, concentrate. Yeah. Next.
in the last page or rough sheet, 5 to 10 minutes, write points for each question to be attempted.
So the way you are supposed, for exam session like I told is, you take accounts paper and law paper. Okay. 145 to 2, they will give this paper. Visualize. So first accounts paper, first question, 6th question. Normally you are supposed either first or 6th. That's it. No in between. Today also, just before the session, half an hour, I went through all the questions. For excellent student, average student, first or 6th question will be the question to start with. Okay. So in between any other question, you just go through it and make it in the 2 o'clock when they give the answer sheet. Last sheet of paper alli ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ರಫ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು question number 1, question simple, whatever the small points, if you want to scribble about it, scribble, but you should be able to understand. Write for maximum 10 minutes. Then you start writing. You know why? Once you know for all the questions, small points, you have made it. Okay. Once you start writing probably at 2.5 or 2.10, okay. Even if by mistake, if you forget, you can just turn that page and you can get back. But don't spend more than 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes is enough. Maximum 10 minutes. 15 minutes if you are writing, then question answer sheet ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಇರೋದು? ರಫ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ರಫ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 6 average minutes, not more than 10 minutes maximum. Next.
Attempt extra questions, marks will be allotted.
So last 5 minutes, whatever the extra questions in first and second paper, write something about the 2A, 2B question. For your good luck, if that question is out of syllabus, full mark will be allotted only if you attempted question, and it should be attempted as the last question, not at the initial question. Next. Write
Write
working
work-
notes. MCQ, analyze and write. Use revision material. We have given the exam session revision material and 200 pages book ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ? ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಟ್ 1.5 days. And also R2R sessions ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Keep all the requirement ready by tomorrow itself. Don't wait for Thursday, Friday, etc. Carry a writing pad carry ಮಾಡಿ. Extra pens, calculator, etc. carry ಮಾಡಿ. Don'ts. Unnecessary tension. Ayyo, I am going to Kisi, or I am going to copy paste Mount Everest, Amazon anta. Don't do that. Relaxing. One more. Exam ginta modle 4:30 relax bidu. Atho question paper oh exam is easy anta. Exam easy or tough. You should be samachitta. Samachitta andre no well balanced mind. Come what may. Okay. Eating any junk item or item which doesn't suit you. Next 10 to 15. Control. Agate. Discussing. This is one biggest roga. Correct word ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. Okay, ರೋಗ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಕಣೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಣೆ, ನಿಮ್ ಮುಖಾಮುಖಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಕಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್. So if anybody discusses the question paper, cap students ಗೆ, when you come out of the exam hall, okay, caps or anybody listening to this, when you come out of the exam hall, someone will ask, how was the paper? What is your answer?
Reasonably
good.
Reasonably good. Second time they will ask, how is the paper? Reasonably good. Third time I ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ. Fourth paper ಹೇಳಿ, ನಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಿದ್ದು ನಿನ್ನ ರೈಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಕ್ ಔಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೀಸನಬ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪಾಯಿಲ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್, ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡನ್. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ after coming out of the exam, I should have done better. This is the phenomenon of life. Everybody, you should be happy but never satisfied in life. You should always be happy but not satisfied. That is the attitude of life. Be happy about what you have done. Improvement is always there. Improvement. Whatever has happened, just chuck there, come out and relax. Don't discuss about the question paper. Compulsory. Okay. Some of the exam centers I will be coming this time. So, on rotation policy, I am planning to come to some centers in Bangalore. Use brain. Don't see them. Use brain as a free space for already committed mistake. Brain ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ರದ್ದಿ ತುಂಬಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ನಾವು ಏನಾದ್ರು 2-3 ಹೊಸ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಯಾವುದು ಮುಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಎನಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ಚಕ್ಕದೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬಿಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. My target is 400 out of 450 because first and second paper is 125. Third and fourth paper is 100 each. Okay, 350 plus, awesome. If you get 350 plus and being a top 3, okay, you will be given a substantial exemption from the fees of intermediate. Even if you get distinction 300 plus also, you will be getting a exemption. Aim for it. It will help you as well as your parents. Ready? Breathe in, breathe out. Let's get into the subject. Are you ready, all of you? ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಕಣ. ಇನ್ನು 2-3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರು ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಋತ್ವಿಕ್. ಒಳಗೆ ಕಡೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್. Enjoy the first examination. Like any other 100 exam you have written, be more relaxed. First impression is the best impression. First exam goes well, all subsequent exam goes well. That's why be little extra cautious. Maintain extremely good pace, speed. Biggest challenge in accounts, what I understand from 90% of our students, you cannot complete paper. 90% at least you should attempt it. Extreme case, if you leave 5 to 10 marks, it's okay. But 100 marks get a target madi, 90 plus madi. Even if you end up with 80, 70, also you'll pass. But our target is to get high mark. Adakoskara aim at 90 plus minimum attempt. Minimum. Important points. Accounts is a high scoring paper. Aim at 100 out of 125. Read question carefully and answer accordingly. Ali question ಏನು ಕೇಳ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Objective ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೆರಿಟ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ. Look at the question and answer. Working notes are extremely important. CA course ಅಲ್ಲಿ all questions tallied, but no working note, you will end up with 45. None of them have tallied. Working note steps format perfect, you will end up with 95. This is a fact of life. Stepwise approach is appreciated by the valuer. Final answer is important, but step carries more marks. Final answer tallied, but no working notes, you may end up with 45 to 50. No tallying of final marks, but working notes are the 90 plus. It's the core subject of our course. Enjoy. Can I read?
A desire changes nothing. A decision changes something, but a determination changes everything.
So we are all desiring to be a CA. It doesn't make any change in your life. Decision you have taken, your decision, decided to write the exam, blah, 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 it definitely changes something. But I am determined here to pass CA in first attempt. Okay, CA in first attempt, not just foundation. That will change everything in life. One more beautiful quote. Because you want to read. Anybody want to read? You can read. And then chance quote ini. To read.
Just because the past didn't turn out like you wanted it to be, doesn't mean your future can't be better than you imagine.
So just because actually past, you would have had little bit, maybe PUC marks, you are not happy, 10th mark, it's okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that future you cannot change. Alva. A stone is broken by the last stroke of the hammer. This does not mean that the first stroke is useless. Success is the result of continuous and persistent effort. Next 2-3 days, oh, for some reason you could not read, headache, don't bother here. Because you started hitting it for several months. So it is only the last, probably 90 you may miss, 95 you may miss, you'll still end up with 60-70. So the stone is not broken by the last hit. It was always prepared from the first hit itself. That's how you are prepared. Are you getting connected to your course? Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. Exam tired, enjoy. Last minute you should keep on involved in the education. Andre, 5 minutes before I tell you to stop writing and going through the answer once, 5 to 10 minutes. But don't stop. Trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. Beautiful statement by Benjamin Spock. Trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. Even you know more than that. Example page. What you read, what you attended, what you have written, everything will come in the examination, the picture memory. Something you would not have gone through. But classically, oh, Mehul sir has told this point. Rajiv sir has told this point. Nagasri madam. So that point will come. That's why trust that you know more than what you think you do. This is one of the beautiful things which I added recently. You will never always be motivated. So you must learn to be disciplined. Beautiful quotation, which some of you are not understood. You will never always be motivated. So you must learn to be disciplined. Probably by attending today's session, some of you would have been motivated. Yes. Can I motivate you daily? Can I come and motivate you daily? Thanks to again, unfortunate pandemic, at least online we are able to meet again and again whenever we want. But is it possible? Second point, will you be able to motivate yourself? Yes, you can stand in front of the mirror saying that, yes, I am the best. But how much you can motivate? But solution for all these things is, don't require motivation, be disciplined. Automatically everything is taken care. 7:30 session, I'm ready. And motivation is discipline. That process itself will make you to be successful. Same way, 4 exam. Okay? All 4 exam motivation, all the 4 may not be highly interesting. Doesn't matter. But the discipline, reading, sleeping well before the examination, maybe 6 to 8 hours, going to the exam hall within time, discipline. Last minute go adala. Discipline body. Automatically everything is taken care. Artha aita? Okay, so some of you knew those are ready the exam. The definition of fear for me: forget everything and run towards your success, or face everything and rise. Aste. Fear andre. Forget everything and run, or what? Face everything and rise. The choice is yours. That's it. Only originals. When you can meet God directly, you have to settle for a pujari. Okay, we have got these sessions planned for you. Okay, so all gods will be coming and taking the session. Today, I'll continue with the accounts, and each day of the exam, accounts exam adadina, evening 8 o'clock. Okay, there will be law and BCR by the respective faculties. This is the concept. You finish your exam, come home, relax for some time, start preparing. 8 o'clock, join the Zoom meeting and attend. Okay, till the last. And 30th June is the last. 30th June no planning for movie, etc. 30th June we will plan. 1st of July we'll be having a chillax session. Plan. So anybody want this information apart from the CAP student, you can 8310 WhatsApp. I'll be sharing this PDF. So now, quick kaki, another 45 minutes. Let us go through the accounts. Okay. Question paper is for 125 marks. First question compulsory, 4 out of 5 questions. Normally, first question has to be true or false with 12 marks. All other questions are around 10 to 15 marks. Important areas: Rectification of errors, compulsory question. Final accounts, compulsory question. NPO, this time they will ask IND account, that's what I expect. Average due date and account current important, but average due date I normally don't suggest because it is hit or out. If you know 100% correct, you try. Otherwise, don't try that because 5 marks is a risk. Okay. Next, consignment. This time it is definitely going to come because previous one of the exam they missed it. Okay. Admission, retirement, or retirement come admission. Anything can come. Issue and forfeiture compulsory. Issue of debentures with the terms of redemption is insert on the that might come. Inventory valuation is definitely going to come. BRS is definite question. This time it may be a normal BRS. Amendment cash book may not come. Can't say. Depreciation might come. Then the bills of exchange, compulsory question. Preparation of one of these purchase book, sales book, etc. come. Sale on a floor, return wages might come. Theory, capital versus revenue, 100% be there. Either true or false, or theory question. Accounting concepts, initial, first and second chapter. Provision, reserve, etc. Fundamental accounting assumptions, going concern, accrual, consistency. Important stand. AS1, AS2, AS10, AS29. Important terms you remember. Perpetual inventory versus periodic inventory. Company format, final accounts. Maybe there will be some analytical question. Or issue of shares in a format. You should show the extract of the balance sheet. Right. Problem, solve with the steps. Theory, right, point wise. If there's a difference question, provision versus reserve, make a table and write. Accounts as well as law. Working notes are very, very important. 80% of the marks are for working notes. Attempt all the questions. Write at least the gist. Full marks if it is out of syllabus. Many students who thought after writing the examination they'll get low marks, they have ended up with 80% in this paper, mainly due to the working notes, steps, etc. We follow tabs. At least 3 incidents I know. Student has written accounts exam, maybe 1 or 2 in intermediate, not in foundation. Write accounts paper. Ella said stage first paper accounts. Accounts intermediate exam barada. I'll not pass until he went to Mantralaya. Innova student accounts barada, matte paper bardilla. First student ended up with 48, second student ended up with 65. But result is no pass because he has not attempted other paper. Okay? This kind of stupidity you never do in life. If it is tough for you, it's tough for everyone. Everyone has never failed in CA exam. Even though people say it is single digit, all those nonsense. Average CA should result in foundation itself is 30% to 40%. CAPS result is around 60 to 80%. So how can you fail? So if it's tough for you, tough for everyone. So everyone cannot fail. So they will give some grace marks. They will push. Something will happen. Go and write. It's okay. Enjoy. Exam was tougher. You had that courage to stay back. Many people would have come out. So you have a better chance to pass in the toughest exam. Arthak idea. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡಿಲ್ಲ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕೇಶ್ವರ ಅವತ್ತಿನ ಬಂದ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಇವರು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂಜನ ಏನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು ತಿಗಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟ ಅದು ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ aim at 100 easily can score 90 80 plus in this paper is great even if you get this is easy success formula 80 marks in one paper out of any one paper 80 plus ಬಂದು ಅದರ 3 paper 40 ಬಂದು ನೀವು CA ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎವರೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ one paper above 80 other paper 40 plus ಅಷ್ಟೇ but don't aim at 40 be more relaxed being the first paper just quickly go through next 45 minutes fully focus accounting is RCSI if there's an opportunity to write you can write the definition of AAA American account, AICPA. So accounting is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of financial in character and interpreting the results thereof, RCSI. There are 2 methods of bookkeeping. Bookkeeping and how to maintain the record. Single entry, incomplete, double entry, everything pin to plain record. Methods of accounting, when to record, whether as and when the cash is received, cash system, whether as and when the transaction takes place, it is called accrual. Every company as per section 128 must follow accrual method of accounting. Are you listening? And double entry method of bookkeeping. This is one beautiful formula developed by me. All nominal accounts will certainly appear in the P&L account because there is a nominal account. All real account, which is assets, tangible and intangible on the asset side. Liabilities will have only personal account. Some personal account with the debit balance will appear on the asset side, like debtors account. So all nominal accounts in the P&L, all real account on the asset side, personal account with the credit balance on the liability side, debit balance on the asset side. Understood? First point. Second point, all capital transactions appear in the balance sheet, all revenue transactions appear in the P&L. Capital versus revenue question. Third point, all debit balances, very important. Assets and expenses always show a debit balance, Chetan, whereas all liabilities and income show which balance? Credit balance. Asset shows a debit balance, increase ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ debit ಮಾಡಿ. Asset shows a debit balance, decrease ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ credit ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. That's the only mantra. Next, this is what the point I told you. Capital transactions go to balance sheet, intended to give a benefit for a long period. Revenue transactions which arise in the day-to-day functioning. Deferred revenue expenditure, the benefit of the revenue expenditure spread for more than 1 year. This is what we discuss. Then types of business entities, glance ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. Principal books of account. Okay. So journal, ledger, subsidiary books, etc. Next. Basic accounting process. Recording takes place in a book called journal, including subsidiary books. So I am a small businessman, Shetty Sir Panbida. Everything Lipika I record only in one journal. Whereas Varun, I am a Tata, Bata, Infosys. For all purchases, one book. All sales, one book. All. So purchase book records only credit purchase of goods. I am a dealer in textiles, Purti. I record only credit purchase of textile in purchase book. Same way sales book. Column, date, particulars hakodo. So if you are talking about a purchase, invoice number hakodo, then rupees. Total XYZ, only relevant information ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು total ಅನ್ನ transfer it to the purchase account. In the ledger purchase account total to sundry and individual party account ಮಾಡೋದು. Trade discount should always be reduced from the purchases. So assuming purchase for 100 rupees, trade discount is 10 rupees, cash discount is 5 rupees, purchase should be recorded 90 rupees, 90, because trade discount is not separately accounted. It is straight away deducted from the purchases at the time of purchase as well as sales. So purchase book, sales book, then BR book, bills payable, etc. Cash book is also one kind of a subsidiary book only. Cash book has got multiple ways of preparing. So cash book can be single column cash book. Jira class yeah. Golden rules of accounting, is it required? I don't know, because you can go by the balance sheet approach. Asset account, debit, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ you can go with it. Personal account, real account, normal account. Now cash book can be single column, only cash. Double column andre cash and discount. Spurti, very good. Cash and discount, cash and bank alla. Double column cash book. So 2 more question keltare. Double column cash book means cash and bank. True anta alla. It's discount and cash. Double column cash book with the bank anta kelidre, then cash and bank. Understanding? Anaga? So double column cash book and the normally discount and cash. So if they specifically mention bank. Triple column cash book, it has got multiple specialties. One is all 3 types of accounts. Discount is a nominal account, cash is a real account, bank is a personal account. Next, there are actually 4 accounts. Cash account, bank account, discount allowed bere, discount received bere. They are just totaled. Contra entries, depositing money to the bank and withdrawal. Okay, special point. Then petty cash book, normal petty cash book, or impressed on there. Assuming Anjana is a petty cashier in my company, every month she spends, let's say, 8,000 to 9,000 rupees. I give her 10,000 rupees as a balance. This month, if she has spent 8,000, at the beginning of next month, I'll give her 8,000. Next month, if she spends 7,000, I'll give her 7,000. So that at the beginning of each month, she'll end up with the 10,000. That's called impress. Analytical cash book is preparing the cash book in the columnar way, printing and stationery, postage, telegram, etc. All actually redundant if you ask me. After computerized accounting, Excel they are meaningless, but still theoretically we learn. Is it too fast? Are you comfortable? This is third revision. So class agi, revision agi, second revision again, PUC agi, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು revision agi, once more. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay? Somewhere ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ 5 marks extra ಬಂದೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. I am at a good pace, but are you comfortable with my face ಅಲ್ಲ? Pace ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? Are you comfortable with both?
Yes, sir.
Option ilwala. Fatima? Option hai kya?
No, sir. Enjoying, sir.
Enjoy. Mast maja madi. Right. Accounting concepts. Concepts are the accounting principles based on which the subject accounting is constructed. For example, historical cost concept. Fixed assets, PPR record Bhumika at a historical cost. Okay. Conventions are practices emerging from the common usage. Balance sheet, assets on the right side, ledger account, debit credit. This is a common. Sir, I want to interchange. You interchange, we will not give the marks. Accounting policies are the principles and rules to be followed. Accounting standards, 5 P's. I'll highlight my color code. I'll share the soft copy also. 5 P's. Principles, policies, practices. Account standard ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 2 marks question. 5 P's ಬರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು green piece, ಬಟಾಣಿ, ಕಡಲೆ ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Principles, policy, practices while preparing and presenting the financial statements. Years 1 to years 29 are in force. 6 and 8 are not there. While selecting an accounting policy, Peddu Shikamani, in Chichinodeko, Peddu Shikamani, PSM, prudence, substance over form, and materiality. Prudence andre provide for anticipated expense and losses, but do not provide for antis incomes and gains. So this prudence concept is also called conservatism. Provision, what we do, or the inventory valuation, Bhumika, cost or NRV, whichever is less. Next, substance over form. Don't go by the mere formality. Okay, don't go by the true spirit of the transaction. Shetty sir becomes totally baldy tomorrow. Andkode. Nimge tension togobedi. Okay, totally baldy. Oh, Shetty sir is baldy, doesn't have a knowledge. Here decides my intelligence, is it? Here decides my what you call knowledge, is it? After the Gandhiji, 5% knowledge illanta aito. Alva. So you cannot judge that way. Okay, so fully baldy adre Vignesh ena madoda? Biggest problem. Vignesh also becomes baldy along with me. Biggest problem is till where to wash the face on the morning ಎದ್ದು ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ದೀಕ್ಷುಪ್ರಿಯ ವಿಗ್. ಸೊ ಯಾ, ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜೋಕಿಂಗ್. ಯಾ, materiality. What is materiality? Important in the context. Important in the context. ಈಗ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ದೀವಾರ್ ಮೂವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಶಶಿ ಕಪೂರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಮಿತಾಬ್ ಬಚ್ಚನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು, ಮೇರಾ ಪಾಸ್ ಬಂಗ್ಲಾ ಹೈ, ಕಾರ್ ಹೈ, ಬ್ಲಾ ಬ್ಲಾ, ಮೇರಾ ಪಾಸ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಹೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಆರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನೈ ಅಂತ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನೈ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಯು ನಾವು? ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಓಲ್ಡನ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಬರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಈಗ ಪಾಪ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ರೈಟ್? So important, materiality is important in the context. So what is important? Puja expenses. If it's 10,000, 5,000 rupees in a turnover of 100 crores, small amount. Whereas the turnover is only 1 lakh. Anjana, 1 lakh is the puja's expense allama. Adu even ruchukiddu. Puja expenses. Okay. Puja expenses, 10,000 rupees in 1 lakh is material because it's 10%. Important. Fundamental accounting assumption, going concern, accrual and consistency. Concern is expected to be there forever. That's called going concern. Accrual, as and when the transaction takes place, recorded. Consistency, regularly follow the same principle. That is what is called consistency. Next, import account standards. Disclosure of accounting policy. Disclose it only when fundamental accounting assumptions are not followed. All other policy follow. Examples, subsequent status ready. Inventory is validated cost or market value, which is an accounting policy. Fixed asset, PP is validated historical cost, is an accounting policy. Inventory valuation, cost or NRV, which are less. Cash flow statement. Cash flows are classified into PUC students, operating, investing, and financing. Then revenue recognition. P&L account credit suddenly, how much sales to be taken. PPE. So tangible assets are called PPE. Intangible assets are called intangible. PP, land, building, plant, machinery, etc. Okay, which is held for normally more than 12 months. PP and intangible principles are same. Only difference is here you can see, touch, and feel. Here you cannot see, you cannot touch, but you can certainly feel. They are assets without physical substance. Investments, surplus funds you invest in bonds, debentures, shares, long term or current investments. Borrowing cost is basically loan mele badi. En makadra? Badi. Interest what you pay. Then provision is entry for provision and reserve is always P&L account debit to concerned provision or concerned reserve account. Provision is a present obligation for which you have to pay money in the future. Contingent liability is a possible obligation, Arshita, which may or may not arise, Pradyumna. Contingent asset is possible asset. You may win the case is contingent asset. You may lose the case is contingent liability. So Best example, provision is your wife within the balance sheet. Contingent liability is your girlfriend. So you may or may not have to incur the expenses. Contingent asset is a possible boyfriend. Some accounting concepts. Cost, PP is always recorded cost. Market value is not relevant. Realization, sales is at realization concept. Entity is different from the owner, separate entity concept. That's why capital is shown as a liability. Revenues are matched with the corresponding expenses, matching concept. Periodicity, financial statements are prepared for a period, normally a year. Money measurement, record all the transactions in money or money's worth. Accounting equation, asset is equal to liability plus capital. This is a theory question. Qualitative features of the financial statement. So financial statements are nothing but balance sheet and P&L account. Financial statements are financial statement is equal to P&L account and balance sheet. Final accounts, financial statement, both are same. So they should be reliable. They should be relevant. Train othbile ticket to use idya illa. It should be easily understandable. It should be comparable. Materiality should be considered. Neutrality, full and fair disclosure ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Accounting for special transactions. Negotiable instrument means an instrument of our document. The ownership of the same can be transferred from one person to another person by signing the document. Manyata, Archita, Apurva. So when you sign the document and transfer to other person, that is called negotiable instrument. There are three important negotiable instruments, Nikita. Promissory note, section 4. Bills of exchange, Priyanka, 5. Check is 6. Nimma syllabus, section 5. Bills of exchange, 5. Pancha, successful, bills of exchange. The instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of the instrument by head money. There are two types of bills. One is called commercial or trade bill. The second is called kite or accommodation bill. That is basically to help. Bills of exchange prepared by the seller. I sold goods to Lekhana. I am the seller. She is the customer. I prepare a document that is called bill of exchange. She says, yes, why are you taking tension? I will prepare. She is called promissory note. Accounting entries are absolutely same. By chance, 99% 1%. Okay. Bills of exchange badu promissory note adhe bills of exchange, bills receivable badu promissory note receivable. Bills payable badu promissory note payable. Aste. Can you do it? Yeah, aste. Okay. That is exactly what you are supposed to substitute with. I hope all are catching. Yes. Accounting entry is absolutely same. Now, what are the accounting entries you follow? Pass. First, in the book says a commercial bill. I sold goods to Lekhana. Lekhana's account debit to sales account. Debtor's account to sales account. First entry. Then life is a process of cancellation. One comes, another goes. Debtors debit agittu. Now debtors on a credit model. First entry, debtors to sales. Second entry, BR to debtors. Then what you do with the bill? Take the bill and nudge on it at the dance. So what you should do? There are 5 ways of Sriraksha, but enta marta idya inta just bekale 1.5 hour gap allu tinbeka nimge illa alva ee R2R class allu tindkondu kutkotiru niva. So there are 5 ways of honoring the bill. Retain the bill, adondu beautiful concept I learned recently from one of my students. First April ge bill adre 3 months adu ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು 3 + 3 + 0 ಅಂತ you know. So due date is 1st April ge so add what, first will become 4th. Then 3 months adre if it is 3 months 2 months are 3 + 3 + 0 ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ 3 + 2 ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So 1st April the due date ಏನು 4th 4/7 whatever the year, what is the financial year applicable. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? December ಇಂದ next year ಹೋದ್ರೆ take care ಮಾಡಿ. Right. So 5 ways of treating the bill. First case is retain the bill and getting it honored. So on the date of honoring, bank account to BR account. ಅಥವಾ urgent cost ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ, Lekhana is not giving. I go to the bank and get it discounted. What is the entry? Bank account debit 99 lakh, discount account debit 1 lakh to BR. Next, endorsement. I had received money from Lekhana, but I have to pay money to Apurva. Then what will I do? I pass on that bill to that person. Creditor's account debit to bills receivable account. Arshita, creditors account debit to bills receivable account. 3 marks ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ. Creditors account debit to bills receivable account. ರತನ್ ಕಾಮತ್ರೆ. creditors account debit to bills receivable account. Fourth one, bill sent for collection. You are in Bangalore, you are sending the bill to Kolkata. So bill for collection account debit to BR, and when you receive the money, bank account debit, bank charges account debit to bill for collection. Next, 3 months bill, Lekana comes and gives the money 1.5 months early only. This is called retirement. Bill 3 months early, bill dies. Before that, if she pays, that's called retirement. Can you remember easily? After 3 months, 3 days, that bill doesn't have any value. All the negotiable instrument after the due date, waste paper. Bills of exchange with the promise note 3 days, 3 months, 2 months mention ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Check ಅಲ್ಲಿ standing order. RBI said 3 months validity. 3 months ಆದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, it will become a stale check. Stale ಅಥವಾ waste. So even if you steal that check, you will you have stolen that check. It is a waste paper. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So that's a don't steal such stale check. Okay, don't steal anything. So bills of exchange ಗೆ honoring the bill ಏನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು BR except endorsement ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿ ಟು ವಾಟ್ BR ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ 100 lakh ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೇಮ್. Discounting with the banker, retirement with the what you call Lekana herself. That's why discount has to be debited. Artha agta idea? Next, either honor, she makes the payment. If she doesn't make the payment, it is dishonor. Dishonor entry.
Debtors.
It always debtor account.
Sad. Even if you have forgotten the sequence in between, you know, on the manushya action madada tane. Debit is
Always
debit.
So whether the retained bill, Tigalakata bill, whatever bill, debit is always debtors account. Credit depends on the status. Retained bill are 2 BR, discount bill are banker is not our father-in-law. They held the tane. You have to pay the money to bank account. If it is endorsed bill, creditors account, bill for collection, Retired bill another amount wapas kelde mukamuti orda. There are 5 ways of honoring Arshita Joshi. There are 4 ways of dishonoring the bill. Understood? After that, noting charges. See, ultimately, it is a debtor's mistake. Noting charging, ultimate entry, debit debtor's account. That's it. 2, if yes, debtor's account debit. If I have paid 2 cash account, then I will recover the money from him. Then there may be renewal. Renewal of the first bill and a full dishonor madbeko. Then extra interest is charge madbeko. For me, interest income adre 2 interest income anta bariyodu. Debit debtor's account. Then finally draw a fresh bill. Finally, if the customer becomes insolvent and puts NAMA, bad debts account debit to debtors account. Artha agta idea? Fine. Now, there is no concept of part honoring and part dishonor of the bill. Either full honor or full dishonor. No beach ka. Can you remember? So 10 lakh and 9 lakh kotbidತೀನಿ sir, 1 lakh ಮತ್ತೆ. First 10 lakh dishonor ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ತೃಪ್ತಿ I mean, ಮತ್ತೆ 1 lakh rupees ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ separate ತಗೋ. That's okay. But dishonor has to be for full 10 lakh. Understanding? Fine. Next, Akamahadevi, sorry, accommodation bill is, so you are trying to help. So, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಇದಾರೆ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಿಪಿಕಾ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಮನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಮನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಮನಿ. We draw the bill and accept. This is what is called accommodation bill. Accounting entries are absolutely same like a normal bill, except first sale purchase bill entry irodilla. Next, these bills are normally discounted. Discount charges has to be borne by the parties in the ratio in which they have enjoyed the funds. Honor before the due date. The drawer has to send money to the acceptor if drawer has enjoyed, so that acceptor will make the payment to the banker. Allondu Ajay Vijaya yavadondu problem ittu nim class alli, where on the due date is unable to remit the due. That's why he accepted one more bill anta. Bill was not dishonored. Okay, so he paid from his pocket. And one question ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು, ಅದನ್ನ go through ಮಾಡಿ. ಅನಂತ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅದು ಚಿನ್ಮಯ್?
Ajay Vijay.
ಅಜಯ್ ವಿಜಯ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. ನಾನು ಜಯ ವಿಜಯ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ವೈಕುಂಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ರಾವಣ ಕುಂಭಕರ್ಣ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿನ ಲರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಲರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ opposite. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರೀ. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬದಲು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬರ್ರಿ, ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಬದಲು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ರಿ, BR ಬದಲು BP ಬರ್ರಿ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಬದಲು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ರಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ ಕೆ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್? ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 5 ways of honoring, 4 ways of dishonoring. Noting ಅಂದ್ರೆ recording the facts of dishonor by an authorized person called notary public. My communication is clear?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm at little fast. This is not my normal speed. Speed ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Entire syllabus ಅನ್ನು 1 hour cover ಮಾಡೋದು target is not easy. So since I am little at a good pace, everybody is catching?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Super. Maybe new friends, if you are not catching, ask me. Okay. Then accommodation bills ಹೇಳಿ ಆಯ್ತು. Next, remember important government holidays, very important. Normal 3 months bill ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ 3 months plus 3 grace days ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Yes.
ಆ ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ಡೇ January 26th, May 1st ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ, if it is a already known public holiday, due date will be preceding working day. ಅದು ನೋಡಿಬಿಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. January 26th, February 14th ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಮ್ನ, February 14th is not a government holiday. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಲಿಡೇ, ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಲಿಡೇ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ಸೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಲಿಡೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರಿಂಗ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್. ಅಟ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸೈಟ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವೇನಾ? ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೈಟ್ ಹೊಡಿತಿರಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಸೈಟ್ ಹೊಡಿದಾಳೆ? ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಹತ್ರ 60-40 ಸೈಟ್ ಇದೆ ಜಯನಗರಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೈಟ್ ಹೊಡಿಯೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈಟ್. ಅಲ್ವೇನಾ ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವೇನಾ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಸೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಚಿತಾ ಭಟ್ಟ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡು, ಅವಳು ಪಾಪ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಸೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್, ಚೇತನ್ ರಾವ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದ ಮನಿ. So that means that is called at site. There is no grace days here. There is no grace days. It is a very rare bill. At site is also called to pick demand bill. Puja enama? Demand bill. As and when you ask. Normal bill is after date. I had drawn a bill on Ratan on 1st April. He accepted it on 10th April. If it is after date, compute the days from 1st April. If it is after site, idu at site ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. After site ಅಂದ್ರೆ compute the dates from 10th April, after he sees the bill. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಬುಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೈ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಿದ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಹೆಸರು ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ನಾವು ನಾಮ ಹಾಕೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ, ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹತ್ತರಿಕೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ consignment is a process of sending goods by one person called Shetty. ಇದು ಹೊಸ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಯೋಗ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಷನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಸಿದೀವಿ, ಏನೋ ನೋ ಯೋಗ ನೋ ಲೈಫ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಯ ಸಖತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ ಯು ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್? Yeah. Quick. This is what. Can you see? ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ, ಎಕ್ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಯ್ತಾ? ನನಗೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ತೋಟ ಇದು ಸಾಕಮ್ಮ, ಒಂದು ಚೀಲ ಮಲ್ಲೆ ಇರೋ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟ್. ನೋಡಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಎಕ್ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಯ್ತು. ನೀವು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟ್. ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರು ಇದಾರಾ? ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಶೆಟ್ರೆ. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸಮ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡೋಕೆ ನಾನೇ. ಏನು ವರುಣ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಐ ಬೀನ್ ಟು ಬಿಗ್ ಬಜಾರ್. ಸಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ಐ ಸಾ ಒನ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ. ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್, ದೆನ್ ಐ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಮಿರರ್ ಅಂತ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಎನಿವೇರ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತೇನೆ? ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಾ? ಅಬ್ಬಾ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ consignment, I send the goods, I don't sell. I send the goods. This is the Sonali Bendre. She sells the goods on my behalf. Okay, for return called commission. In my book format by body, I prepare an account called consignment to Sonali Bendre Mumbai anta bari. ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಸೊನಾಲಿ ಬೆಂದ್ರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಮುಂಬೈ. ನೀವು ಎರಡು ಬರ್ರಿ. In UK medical shop is called chemist. In America they are called druggist. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಬೇಜಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಗ್ಗಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟೇ ಬರೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರ? ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ಮನೆತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಗಮ್ಮ MK ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 22 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರು ಫೋನ್ ಪೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ PL ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಮ್ಮ, ಭೂಮಿಕಾ ಅವ್ರ ಅಮ್ಮ, ನಾದು ಯಾರದು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಇದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೊನಾಲಿ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂಬೈ ಬರೀ. ತುಂಬಾ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಲೆಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರೆವರ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, NPO ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 2 3 ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ WN ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 2 3 4 ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕೋದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದು ಸೇವ್ಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ consignment account is nothing but a merger of trading and P&L account. To opening stock, if any, normally. To purchase badalu, to goods sent on consignment. To I spend money to bank account. All expenses. One more point I tell you. Yeah, Harsha, all the points calculate. Consignment account ella all anta barkobe. Yen barabeko all. To bank account all expense of the consignment. To consignment account all expense of the consignment. By consignment account all sales of the consignment. This is an extra point. I would not stressed in the class. Now I realize. Arthak area. Consignment alli all. Yen all. Yen anta naballe. Okay. So consignment alli first. Harsha, lower the hand, ma. Harsha, all questions at the end. Yeah. So to bank account. All expense of the consignment. All andre all. Because trading account, P&L account, ಎರಡು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಬರೋಡಾ. Next, to consignment account, all expense of the consignment. Next, to consignment account again for commission, all commission. Del credit ತಿಗಲ್ದಕಟ್ಟ all commission, right? By consignment account, all sales. Input, can you remember easily? Yeah. Then one special item, renting kali by abnormal loss at total cost. My suggestion to all of you, follow that approach. 10 lakh is the valuation bandbitre. Ange barri. Assuming insurance is 8 lakh. One more option is by insurance bar bank account 8 lakh, by P&L account 2 lakh baribodu. But my suggestion, by abnormal loss account entire 10 lakh bari. You insurance bank ella bare ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. This is also out marks ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ? By abnormal loss at full cost ಬರಬೇಕು. Then open abnormal loss account to consignment 10 lakh. Insurance company admitted ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ by insurance company ಬರಬೇಕು. Insurance company paid ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. By bank account ಬರಬೇಕು. By P&L account 2 lakh. Are you understanding? Same logic in the final accounts. Trading account ಮಾಡುವಾಗ assuming there is a stock lost by fire. Trading account ಅಲ್ಲಿ by stock lost by fire 10 lakh ಬರಬೇಕು at full cost. Same consistency. Assuming there is 8 lakh rupees insurance recovery, 2 lakh is a net loss. P&L account only 2 get lost. Net loss from stock buyer 2 lakh rupees ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Same concept. Next, consignment account continue ಮಾಡೋಣ. 2 opening stock nil, 2 goods sent on consignment. All the goods what you sent, allೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. Consignor has purchased 1 lakh units. He sent to consignor 40,000. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. What has been sent ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. 2 goods sent on consignment 80,000, 40,000, whatever. 2 bank account all expenses of the consignor. 2 consignees account all expenses of the consignee. I am expecting strong question on this, sir. Be careful. 2 consignees account all expenses of the consignee. 2 consignees account all commission of the consignee. By consignees account cash sale or credit sales or whatever. All sales by abnormal loss at full cost. By closing stock differential figure the profit. If the goods are sent at invoice price 100 rupees unit is sent at to 125. That is the 25% on cost, 1/4 on cost, 1/5 on sales. So 2 goods sent 125 into number of units. Immediately by goods sent number of units into 25. Noting last item closing stock valuation ಮಾಡುವಾಗ you should have done with the 125. Debit side ಅಲ್ಲಿ consignment stock reserve 25 into number of units. Balance ಇದೆ problem. ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಅದರ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ಸೈನೀಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಕನ್ಸೈನೀಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತ, ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಮನಿ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ when you receive money from anyone what is the entry, bank account debit to party. ಕನ್ಸೈನೀಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಎಂಡ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ನೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಡೌನ್ / by bank account within the bracket ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. either it is presumed to be outstanding or received ಅಂತ ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. If they said received ಅಂದ್ರೆ by bank account ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Commission can be of 3 types. Normal commission, total sales into percentage. Del creditor commission, also total sales into percentage unless given otherwise. It is a commission given for undertaking the risk of bad debts. And the last one is overriding commission, pushing extra the sales. ಅಥವಾ Govinda jeans pant, color jeans pant. If you have to sell, you have to put some extra effort. That's called a overriding commission. All the commission, unless given otherwise, you have to calculate based on the total sales. Agreed? Yeah. Overriding commission extra information ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Consignor sends the goods. Then consignor makes profit, consignee gets the commission. Pro forma invoice is sent by consignor to consignee, whereas consignee sends what? Account sales at the end of the period. Risk is always with the consignor because he is the owner. Bad debt can be passed down by giving what? Del credit koala, del credit commission. Fine. Types of commission we discuss. How do you value consignment stock? Very, very important. Cost of purchase into closing stock units plus proportionate direct expense of the consignor plus proportionate direct expense of the consignee. This is only for the minus arrow market. All closing stock units. Direct expense are also called non-recurring expenses. The expense which normally come in the manufacturing account or trading account. An important point to be noted: goods, if they are lost in transit, abnormal loss valuation and closing stock valuation. Formula is same. Abnormal loss, if they are lost in transit, expense incurred by consignee barodilla. Kelskota idira. Then closing stock value ಮಾಡುವಾಗ consignee cost ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು whether he has incurred the cost on those goods which are lost or not. To give an example, look at me. 1 lakh units are sent. 10,000 units are lost in consignee's go down. 20,000 is the closing stock. Assuming every consignee has incurred expenses, okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 assuming 50,000 valuation ಬಂದ್ರೆ 10,000 25,000 because loss happened in consignee's go down. Abnormal loss as well as closing stock. Assuming extreme case you don't get time. ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 5 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹಾಕಿ particulars. Abnormal loss 40,000 units, closing stock 80,000 units. Small a units into cost of purchase. First column same, only number ಮಾತ್ರ change. ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Small b proportionate direct expense of the consignor. Whatever amount direct 40,000 let's say 4 lakh ಆದ್ರೆ 20,000 ಗೆ 2 lakh ಆಗಬೇಕು. Proportionate direct expense of the consignee ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. If the goods are lost in consignee's go down, if the goods are lost in transit, abnormal loss ಅಲ್ಲಿ consignee expenditure ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. First point ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Second point, consignee's expense closing stock valuation ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ say 1 lakh units are sent, 10,000 units are lost in transit. Consignee took delivery of 90,000 units by paying, let's say, 1,80,000 of freight. Then freight calculation 1,80,000 by 90,000 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, by 1 lakh ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ರೈಟ್. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫ್ರೈಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫ್ರೈಟ್, ಎರಡು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಕಿಲಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಐಟಮ್, whereas carriage outward is a P&L account item. It is selling and distribution expenses. Understanding, Baba? See, Guru. You know, right? Indirect expenses are basically SAF. In SAF, Gita, Allah. Selling, administration, and finance expenses. Consignment losses, normal losses, unavoidable. Normal loss bandaga, it has to be done in a total basis. Total basis ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಡಿ. And it abnormal loss andre valuation ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it has to be removed from the consignment account. Next, consignment account format, what I discussed till now. Invoice price minus cost is equal to loading. Rectification of errors. 1 minute, relax, chill. ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, just relax. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. See, International Yoga Day. Look at this commitment of the cat. ಏನು ಸ್ವಸ್ಥ ರಹೆ, ಏನೋ ಮಸ್ತ್ ರಹೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಬಟ್ ನೋಡು, ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ನೋಡು, ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಪುಚ್ಚ, ಆ ಪುಚ್ಚದ ಕಿಂಗಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಯೋಗಮ್ಮ. ನೋಡಿ ಅಬ್ರು ನೋಡಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನ್ಯಾಮ್ಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್, ಅದು ನೀವು ಓದಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೋರ್ಸ. ಇದು ಏನೋ योग करते समय पत्नी से चाय कभी ना मांगिए. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಚಾಯ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ? ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಹತ್ರ ಟೀ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು. ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಓದಮ್ಮ. Awesome. All today's joke.
When a wife keeps her head on her husband's chest and slowly asks, "Dear, do you have any woman in your life other than me?" Remember, the answer is not important at this time. Important is the heartbeat. Keep your heartbeat in control. Learn yoga, meditation. Happy International Yoga Day.
Good one. Did you enjoy it? ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅದು? ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. After 10-20 years ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ you can experience it. No, but 20 years ತುಂಬಾ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಮ್ನ. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮೂಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಏನೋ ಅವ್ನು ಗೋವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗೀಸ್ ಹುಡುಗಿನ. ಹೌದೇನೋ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಅವಳೇನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಾಪಸ್? She left you? Yeah, it's okay. No, but
He's still in Goa, sir.
He's still in Goa. I know. It's okay. Go Goa gone ಅಂತ ಈಗ. Next. Rectification of errors, a compulsory question, pen tinbeda varu. Now, errors can be errors and frauds. Errors andre unintentional mistakes. It happens. Okay. Fraud andre intentionally to cheat someone, what it is called fraud. Fraud will not discuss in detail in foundation syllabus. Intermediate barathon subject. Errors can be of 4 types. Errors of omission, omitting to record either completely or partially. Errors of commission, adhika prasanga madudu, doing something which you should not have done. Then compensating error, effect of one error is compensated by another error. One debit 10,000 extra madudu, one credit 10,000 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಮಾರ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೊಂಥರ ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಡೇ ಓಕೆ, ಹರ್ಷಿತಾ ಬಟ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಲೇಟ್. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೈಸ್ ಗರ್ಲ್, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತಮಾಷೆಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಳು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ PR ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬರೀ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಬೈತಾರಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಐ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದಾರ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ Arshita's absence, they called four of our friends. They said, no auntie, she never came. No auntie, she never came ಅಂತ. She had been to a movie ಅಂತ. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ನಮ್ಮ ವರುಣ್ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕೇಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಲೇಟ್ 11:30 12 ಬಂದವ್ರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 4 ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಡೇ, ಒಂದು half an hour ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರಮೇಶ್. He said, yes uncle, you had come here ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸುರೇಶ್, yeah, just left uncle ಅಂತ. One person to ಹದಿ ಕರ್ದಿ, uncle is here only, do you want me to give the phone to him ಅಂತ. So that's the kind of boys friendship ಅಂತ. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ this is called compensating errors. Don't try to do too much. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಬಾಮ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. So compensating errors, one error impact manata is affected by another error. Last one is error of principle. Okay, accounting principles are not adhered to. Revenue treated as a capital treated as a revenue. That's called error of principle. Common example is wages paid for installation of a machinery debited to wages account. Idu keli bayat agirbodu. You should have been debited to machinery account, wages account. Now they will ask some question. Identify the nature of error. The best thing is omission ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. They have omitted purchase bill, sales bill, whatever. Next, error of principle ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, like wages debited, blah blah blah. Next, what at compensating error, ಅದು one error impact ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Everything else is error of commission. So error of commission is difficult to identify. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದಂತ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ 10,000 rupees 9,000 ಬಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದು? Is it a omission? No. Is it a what you call compensating? No. Is it a principle? No. That means you have done adhika prasanga. That's called commission. Attack wrong carry forward. All those things is called error of commission. Fine. First one. Second point. Errors can be identified at 3 stages. Accounting is RCSI. First stage up to recording, journal, ledger, blah blah blah. Okay. So before trial balance, after trial balance, or after final accounts. So 3 stages. Before trial balance, that means suspense account barodilla. Because suspense account means purti difference in trial balance. This trial balance is difference in next, after trial balance ಅಂದ್ರೆ suspense account ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಥವಾ because of the income tax ROC requirement, you may have to compulsorily complete the accounts now, but errors are there. You are rectifying these errors apurva in the next year. Okay, all the 3 cases, the accounting entries are same. 3-step schedules are followed. Step 1, pass the correct entry. Pass the correct entry to be passed. Suppose if I say wages paid for machinery installation debited to wages account. What the correct entry? Machinery account debit to bank account. Step 2. Pass the wrong entry already passed by Goodwill accountant. Yes, debited and the question quoted. You the key and use they have given. It is debited to wages account. It is debited to wages account. Wages account to bank account. Step 3. Do the do. Reverse the don't do. Anybody cannot do? Okay. So you can do. Very good. So machinery account. Yeah, machinery account debit to wages account. So this is the 3-step approach. So first step, pass the correct entry. Direct do the do alla. First pass the correct entry to be passed, working out of it. Next, pass the wrong entry already passed. In the wrong entry, search for something right. Don't search Anjana. They are there at home. Thirdly, first, rectification entry, do the do, reverse the don't do. Everybody's clear? Only in the last step, that is, if the rectification is in the next year, there is no concept of reopening nominal account. Wherever there is a nominal account, the third entry, you have to substitute by P&L adjustment account. So assuming final entry comes to machinery account debit to wages account, machinery is a personal is a real account, you can open. Wages account is a nominal account. Last year close side to Tane by transferring to trading P&L account Tane. That's why that wages account has to be substituted with what? Profit and loss adjustment account. Understood, Baba? Understood? Machinery account debit to P&L adjustment account. Fine. Then sometimes they may continue by doing this P&L adjustment account, find out the profit missed last time because of this actually. So P&L adjustment account, ledger account ಮಾಡೋದು. The extra debit side will be additional profit, credit side will be additional loss, add to the last year profit to find out the correct profit or loss as the commission, principal, etc. Rectification stages, do the do. In the last rectification next year, it should be substituted by P&L adjustment account. Rectification is only when there is an impact on the ledger and onwards. Partnership accounts. The definition of partnership is given in section 4. Relation between persons who agree to share the profits of the business carried on by all of them, acting for all. Final accounts are ditto like a normal P&L account. Historic kelilla, but kelbodu. They might X and Y final accounts keltar. Again, X and Y same trading, same P&L account. Net profit to profit distributed to X and Y. Right? Traditionally, what you would have written Ratan Kamath, net profit transfer to capital account. You will net profit transferred X 3/5, Y 2/5. Aste. Atava, they might ask you to transfer it to P&L appropriation account. P&L appropriation account only by current year profit, by interest on drawings for the firm it is the income, to interest on capital, to salary, so remuneration, to share of profit distribute by. But the balance sheet only, instead of writing only A's capital, you write X capital, Y's capital. Right? Fine. This is the first point. Next, methods of maintaining capital, fixed capital. Capital and current accounts are opened. Capital only in capital account. Everything is in current account. Additional capital is normally taken to capital account. Fluctuating capital is one account. Capital account. Everything is routed through the capital account. Interest on drawings. If it is uniform, beginning of the month, 6.5 months, each middle of the month, 6 months, average 5.5. Ratios. Sakare paisa ratio at the time of admission, old minus new. Retirement of the death, gain ratio, new minus old. Very important. Net goodwill of the new or retiring partner share will always be in the sacrifice ratio or gain ratio. This is the adjustment. Mistake. Let us assume Likita, X, Y, Z are the partners. So total goodwill of the firm is 9 lakh. Equal partners. So if X, Y, Z, X retire, he is the person who has contributed. You have to be credited to X account. Debit Y and Z in the gain ratio. So 9 lakh only, what is the gain ratio? Admission, X and Y are the partners, 9 lakh is the goodwill. Z is admitted, is equal. Z is the historic. That's why you have to debit his account. Debit new partners capital account, create old partners capital account in the sacrifice ratio in admission. Retirement method death only. Retiring partner or deceased partner credit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, continuing partner debit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In which ratio? Smurti? Gain ratio. That's a special point you should take care. But revaluation account is also called P&L adjustment account. One item by heart ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕು. Increase in asset is a income. Exact opposite is a expenditure. increase in asset, increase income adre, decrease in liabilities income. So exact opposite. Special item to bank account. Profit. Memorandum revaluation account can be asked. Be careful. If the partners building 100 lakh, revaluation is 150 lakh. So revaluation account by building 50 lakh at the stop balance sheet DP building 150 paritira. If the partners do not wish to change the value, 100 lakh beko, but they still want to account it. Yen madado revaluation account by building to profit to all partners total. By building 50 barade, debits 2 building bareko, by loss to all the partners. Kelor LBM stara by building 50 to profit to all partners. 2 building 50 by loss to all partners. Yen kis deni no. What did you use at least brain? By building 50 to profit to all partner. 2 building 50 correct. But by loss to all the partner. Retirement adre ulta. First all the partners, then continuing partner. Artha is called memorandum. Barbodu careful. Revaluation account. Then dissolution is not in your syllabus. Dissolution of partnership under any change, that is admission, retirement, death nim syllabus. Dissolution of the firm nim syllabus. Life policy is taken up by the firm. So there are 2 kinds of policies: individual policy, joint life policy. Both are taken up by the firm. If it is not taken up by the firm, why the hell I discuss about that in partnership firm accounts? Use that common sense. I hope you understood. Artha fine. So yedon topic odon yenino circus quoted circus animal tara adbedi. So individual policy. So assuming there are 3 partners, 30 lakh, 20 lakh, 10 lakh, and their ratio is, let us say, 1:1:1. If Mr. X got X, the 30 lakh rupees will go to whom? Firm. Be firm in your answer. Adu X gogodilla. Firm ige. Firm account, firm paid the premium, firm will receive. So whenever there's an individual policy, when a partner dies, is policy amount plus so is full policy amount plus surrender values of other partners. So whenever there is a death of a partner, his entire policy amount DP plus surrender values of other partners is the income to the firm. Whereas if there is a joint life policy, any one partner dies, entire policy amount will be income. If there is an admission or retirement, only surrender value. Death adre matra full barodu. Admission tripti, I mean admission with retirement of the yen barate, only the surrender value tukobeku. Okay na? Right. So accounting is simple. If the premium has been debited to P&L, entire income has to be credited to P&L account. Whereas if the joint life policy or the life policy is shown as an asset at surrender value, let's say 2 lakh, and today if you are receiving 10 lakh, it is like an asset account. 10 minus 2, 8 lakh will be profit, which has to be transferred to the partner's capital account or revaluation account. As the partner's capital account, the better option. Artha right. Next, accounting treatment. Computation of goodwill. There are basically two methods, either profit based or capitalization. Profit into number of years of purchase. Average profit into number of years of purchase. Idu barbodu. Super profit into number of years of purchase. Or annuity method. Average can be simple or weighted average. Weighted average is followed when the trend is observed. Capitalization method only, there is no number of years of purchase. Value of the business or closing capital employed minus actual capital employed. This is what is called capitalization method. Admission of a partner, retirement, death, steps are similar. Revaluation of assets and liabilities, distribution of undistributed profit, capital contribution by the new partner, treatment of the goodwill, adjustment of capital if given in the question. Retirement, death similar. Death but retirement outgoing partner credit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, remaining partner debit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. In which ratio? The gain ratio. Only his share. Section 37. When a partner dies or retires, his account has to be settled immediately. If it is not settled, section 37 comes into picture. Very, very important. Line nodi. 31st March is the last balance sheet. 30th June a party got tax. Partner dies. From here to here, you have to go for P&L suspense account. Any salary, share of profit, kodbekadre manyata, P&L suspense account. Death admele, if the account is not settled immediately, for the next 9 months, you have to go by section 37. Capital account balance on that day, Vignesh, into 6% per annum, or proportionate profit, whichever is higher. Our class alone the problem. Retirement come admission also a easy question they might ask. Be little extra careful. Nor this time be careful. Retirement ಮಾಡಿ non-retirement extra one step. Goodwill entry is always in the class new partner capital debit ಮಾಡೋದು, like in the case of admission. Outgoing partner capital credit ಮಾಡೋದು, net ratio ದಲ್ಲಿ sacrifice gain ಯಾನೋ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Suppose if the retiring partners is relative of the incoming partner, outgoing partner ಗೆ ಕಾಸು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು outgoing partner debit, new partner credit. I hope you understood. As per the Indian Partnership Act, any amount advanced by the partner over and above the capital, you should get 6%. Then P&L account to the different names. Normal P&L account, P&L appropriation account andre ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಸಲ ಓದಿ. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. P&L suspense account, just now I said, from the last balance sheet till the date of death. P&L adjustment account, rectification the next year nominal account ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Revaluation account is also called P&L adjustment account. Understood? Next, final accounts. From first you are learning the format. Non-corporate entities ಗೆ format ಇಲ್ಲ, company ಗೆ ಒಂದು schedule 3 format end ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. So final accounts, manufacturing account. Manufacturing account format is to opening WAP brought down, to raw material consumed, opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock of raw material, to all expense of the factory, direct indirect ಅಂತ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. All expense, factory depreciation, factory rental, lighting, power, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಟಕ ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬೈ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಬೈ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೈ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ WAP, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ WAP, ಬೈ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ WAP. ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಟು ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್, ಆಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. By sale of scrap if any, by closing WAP, by cost of production transfer to trading account. Visualize ಆಯ್ತಾ? 10 mark question for manufacturing account. ಪ್ರದ್ಯುಮ್ನ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Okay. Then trading account. Manufacturing account ಇದ್ರೆ trading account ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಟು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್, ನನಗೊಂದು ಡನ್ಸ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ ಮಂಜನ. ಟು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗುಡ್, ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಗಿರೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ all direct expense like wages, carriage inward, custom duty, freight on purchase, GST on purchase ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ವ್ಯಾರಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೈ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್, ಬೈ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಫೈರ್, ಬೈ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ NRV whichever is less, gross profit brought down, carried down, borrowed down by all indirect expenses. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನಾಗಿನ್ ಸಾಫ್, selling, administration, financial expenses, administration, depreciation, rent, tigalda katta, provision for tax, etc. Any abnormal item ella ಬರಬೇಕು. Net profit transfer to capital account. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ರೂಪೀಸ್, ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ರೂಪೀಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖುಷಿ. ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಿಕಾ, ತಿಕ್ಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫಿಕ್ಲಾ ಅಂತಿದ್ದು ಈಗ ಫಿಕಾ ಅಂತ. ಫಿಕಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ PPE ನಾವು. PPE ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಂಜಿಬಲ್ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್, ಶೇರ್ಸ್, ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. Then current assets, loans and advances. Current assets ಅಲ್ಲಿ ITC ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ, ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್. ಪ್ರತಿಮ್ನ ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ನಮ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಏನೋ, ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾಳೆ ಇವನು ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಫೈರ್ ಆನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಫೂಲ್ ಆನ್ ಅದರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ವಾ? ಫೈರ್ ಆನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಫೂಲ್ ಆನ್ ಅದರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಓಕೆ, ನೋಪ, ಅದು ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿಲ್ವಾ, ಬಿಡಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಆಳಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬೇಡ, ಅಂಜನ ನಿಂತಿನಮ್ಮ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಥವಾ PPE ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಂಜಿಬಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್, ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ITC, ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ, ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಏನೇ ಅಪೂರ್ವ, ಇನ್ವೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್. ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀ, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಚಂದನ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಚಂದನ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಚಂದನ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಔಟರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬರೆದಾಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್, ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಪೇಬಲ್. ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ BR, ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಪೇಯಬಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಪೇಬಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ರೀಸನಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತೊಂದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ಸ್. ಐಟಮ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಟ್ವೈಸ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಆ ತರ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ. ರೈಟ್, ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಗೆ B+N-O ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಎನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂ RBD, O ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ RBD, ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನ್ಯೂ RBD ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನ್ಯೂ RBD ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ? ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಲೆಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ RBD ಇಂದ. ಯಾರು ನ್ಯೂ RBD ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಬಿಡಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನ್ಯೂ RBD ಅನ್ನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ D+N-1. RDC ಅಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೂಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ರೂವಲ್ ಇದ್ದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಬೇಕು NPOಗೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. NPO ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್. ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್, ಅಥವಾ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ GP. ಎರಡು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫಾರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್. Contingent liability which may or may not arise on uncertain future event which appear outside the financials. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್, ಬಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟೆಡ್, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಪ್ರಾವಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 12%, ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ತರ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 12% ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3.25%, 0.75%. TDS ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಲೈಕ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು PF. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಫ್ರೀ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಟೀ-ಶರ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಟೀ-ಶರ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಟೀ-ಶರ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು 10 ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ತಾನೇ, 2 ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್? ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್. ಆರ್ ಯು ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್? Intangible assets are real, fictitious assets are not. Just NPO ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. So NPO ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಚುಯಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ರಿಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೇ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ R2C ಮೆಟಲ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸೀಟ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್, then to all capital receipts, to all revenue receipt, whether it is of the current year, next year, then by all capital payments, by all revenue payment, by closing balance. All capital transactions will go to the balance sheet. All revenue transactions will go to the P&L account like this. That is called income and expenditure account. This is better, professional better. Certain treatment of the item is important. Entrance fees, nothing is given. You can take it as a revenue or capital with a note. Membership fees is always revenue receipt. Life membership is always a capital receipt. Donation, specific donation ಅಂದ್ರೆ building donation, liabilities ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. General donation is revenue receipt normally. Legacy, it has to be, it is legacy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ತನ್ವಿತಾ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಇದಲ್ಲ legacy, it is the assets and property receipt as per the will of a deceased person. It is a capital receipt to be added to the capital fund. So very important, some capital receipts are added to the capital fund, like life membership fees ಇರ್ಬೋದು, legacy ಇರ್ಬೋದು. Some capital receipts are shown separately. Building fund ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇದೆ. ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಥಿಯರಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ 240, read with section 129. Private company 268 plus 3 conditions 271. Premium is 52. 53 no discount. 54 exception, employees ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. 55 redemption of preference share. 2:1 bonus share ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 63 bonus shares. Then buyback 133 is account standard. 3 important schedules in your syllabus: memorandum and articles 1. 2 is useful life for depreciation. 3 is balance sheet and P&L. Now company form of formation is basically corporate. They can issue 2 kinds of shares: preference shares, which are normally redeemable within 20 years, 30 years in the case of introduction companies. Equity shares are other than preference shares. 2 important documents, MOA and AOA. MOA is basically for what you call it, main document, which contains 6 clauses. You will compel all the no class. No class andre name, object, capital, liability, association, then situation, the registered office. Schedule 3 format matte barana. Issue of shares. No restriction on amount of discount cannot happen. The accounting entries ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ದೆನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದೆನ್ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟು ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಕಾಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸಮ್ಮರಿ, ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್: bank account debit what you received, discount and issue if there is a discount, share capital is always with the face value, premium extra amount what you collected. Application stage only first receipt entry, then transfer entry, whereas all of the stages first due entry, then receipt entry. Then security premium is normally at allotment stage, discount is always at allotment stage, pro rata is proportionate allotment. Nothing is given. Maximum rates for calls in arrears is 10% per annum. Calls in advance is 12% per annum. Nenipitkolodenge calls in arrears andre shareholders have to pay, poor fellows 10% per annum. Calls in advance andre company big fellow, that's entity, that's why it is 12% per annum. Nenipitkoboda? These are stupid things, but still remember. For feature, very very important. Almost every question will be there. Cancellation of share for non-payment of allotment or call money. ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆದಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರ್ಫೀಚರ್ ಆದಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಫುಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್, ಪೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಅಪ್, ವೈ ದ ಹೆಲ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. ರಿಸೀವಿಂಗ್ 3+5+2 ಇದ್ರೆ, ಫೈನಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟೈರ್ 10 ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ವೆರಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮನಿ, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ 3+5+2+3 ಇದ್ರೆ 3+5+2, assuming final call is not made, 3+5+2 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 7 rupees ಅನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಂ ಇಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. 2 calls in arrears with the amount of arrears, 2 forfeited shares with the amount already collected, discount and issue of shares with the discount amount. Reissue, bank account debit, amount received, discount on issue of shares with the original discount, forfeited shares account balance discount to share capital face value, premium if any. After the reissue, balance lying related to the reissued shares should be transferred to capital reserve, forfeited shares account debit to capital reserve. 1 lakh shares forfeited, reissued 1 lakh. Entire amount in the forfeited shares balance figure transfer ಮಾಡಿ. 1 lakh shares forfeited, 60,000 ಮಾತ್ರ reissue ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 1 lakhಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 60,000ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಸೊ 60,000 ಅನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ 40,000. It has to be retained as it is in the forfeit shares account. It has to be added to paid up capital in the balance sheet and disclosed. Added to paid up capital and disclosed. Okay. Under paid up capital, ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. Debentures, accounting entries are similar. It is a loan, sala. It carries fixed interest. Interest is compulsory. It can be secured, either fixed building ಕೊಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ current asset value going up and down. Collateral securities, additional security given if the primary security is insufficient. Either you can pass no entry, or you can pass one time pass entry called debenture suspense account debit to debenture account. Based on terms of redemption, if there is a issue entry, normal issue entry ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ತುರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್. ಏನು? ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ, ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ರಿಡೆಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. Loss on issue of debentures account debit, I'm expecting this question, to premium payable. Loss on issue is a loss, debit to P&L account, or amortized to P&L. Premium payable is a liability. Only when it is paid, it is going to be reversed. Are you getting my point? The interest and dividend is always a percentage of nominal value paid up. Another 5-10 minutes. Enjoy. Sale on approval return basis. I'm a consumer durable seller. I send my TV to Maneta. Maneta is my good customer. I tell her, madam, you can use this TV. You like it, you take it. If you don't like, return within certain days. So let's say 10th March, very crucial date. 10th March ಗೆ ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟಿವಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. Let us assume 5 TVs I sold. Okay, ಮಾನ್ಯತಾ, ಅನ್ಯತಾ, ಕಿನ್ಯತಾ, ತಿನ್ನತಾ, whatever it. So ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಂಬಾರತ್ತ ಅಂತ. I given it to 5 people. 10th March ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 1 month time ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ within 31st March if they accept it, pass sale entry. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 31st March you should be shown as a closing stock lying with the customers at cost. And on expiry of 1 month or period approved, so approval whichever is earlier, you have to pass a sale entry. But the normal procedure ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ textbook ಪ್ರಕಾರ moment you send they will pass a sale entry and on 31st March ಅದನ್ನು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ closing stock entry ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? This is a very simple concept which is incidental to your next topic called Yaudu inventory valuation. Before that, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಐಟಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಟು DF and ಕಂಪನಿ, ABC and DF and ಕಂಪನಿ, ಅದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಒಂದು ಲೆಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಸೆಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ 2 ಸೆಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ದೆನ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? This has been asked 2 times already. Inventory consists of raw material, semi-finished or work in progress, finished goods, stores and consumables, etc. They're always current assets. That is physically verified and valued. Inventory valuation can be continuous athava once in a year periodic. Cost formula suggested as per AS2 is FIFO athava weighted average. First in, first out athava weighted average. FIFO andre first item presumed to be sold first. Then LIFO andre last in, first out. Normally we don't follow it. Inventory valuation is cost or NRV, whichever less, on individual basis. Now, very important, you are supposed to do the physical stock valuation on 31st March, but we could not do. Either you did it on 25th March or you did it on 10th April. 25th March madidre, from here to here you arrive, add purchase minus cost of sales. 10th April madidre, ulta madi, less purchases, add what you call cost of sales. Similar items madkondu hogi. Consign stock with the customers togoli. One more small chapter called depreciation. It is a continuous, permanent, gradual decrease in the value of a depreciable fixed asset. It is a compulsory non-cash expense. Rates are given in schedule number 2. WDV is normally suggested. Depreciation formula is cost minus estimates crop by life. So 3 reasons for depreciation. Okay. So which 3 reasons for depreciation? Wear and tear, efflux of time, obsolescence. 3 components which affect the depreciation are these 3: cost, life and scrap. Methods of depreciation suggested by AS10, SLM, WDV, units of production method. Other methods are there. Depreciation bundle ittu, idara syllabus tegilbittare, theoretically ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, depletion is the word used for wasting assets. Now, if there is a SLM to WDV or WDV to SLM, any change is always called a accounting estimate change. That's a prospective. There's a concept called component method of depreciation. Aircraft, flight. So, engine may be for 10 years. So cost of the engine divided by 10 years. Body may last only for 6 years. Cost of the body divided by 6 years. Intangible assets ke matte fictitious assets ke word used is amortization. PPE ke word used is depreciation. The last important topic, BRS. So I am Shetty Sir Panbida. I maintain the bank account in my book. I have a bank, Canara Bank account there. What are the transactions I maintain? Then Canara Bank will maintain a copy of my account in their book. That's called bank passbook or statement. The balance in my book and balance in their book should always match. If it doesn't match, you prepare a statement that's called BRS, Bank Reconciliation Statement. So 2 arrow marks. One is the normal BRS. I expect this question this time. Always start with bank balance as per cash book. Kodli kodadirli. Start with what? Bank balance as per cash book. Kottidre 10 lakh plus bari. If they say bank overdraft as per cash book, within the bracket 10 lakh. Add less, format buyout money. Assuming they are not given bank balance as per cash book, they are given bank balance as per passbook. Even then, what you do? Bank balance as per cash book, circle out with balance sheet pedi. Don't write anything. End ಅಲ್ಲಿ bank balance as per passbook ಮಾಡಿ. Add less ಅನ್ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು reverse function ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು arrive at the figure. Let's say 10 plus 4 is equal to 14 ಇದೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ 14 ಗೊತ್ತು, 4 ಇದೆ. You have to arrive at 10. What should I do? 14 minus 4 is equal to 10. I hope you remember this format what I said. One more approach is amended cash book ಅಥವಾ adjusted cash book ಅಥವಾ rectified cash book and then BRS. Very important. It is important, but it is easy. Confuse ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ amended cash book ಅಂದ್ರೆ whatever the entries which I can correct, do the corrections in the cash book. Whatever is not within my control, which is not in anybody's control, BRS. Example, bank balance as per cash book is 100 lakh. Banker has credited you with interest of 20 lakh, you omitted. Now you correct it. So, amended cash book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು 20 lakh is income, ಅದನ್ನ receipt ಅನ್ನ add ಮಾಡಿ. Next, banker has charged you bank charges 1 lakh, but you are not done. ಮಾಡಿ by bank charges ಬರೀ. Next, checks issued but not presented. You issued a check to Ritvik. he has not presented ಅವನು ಅಲರ್ಟ್ಸ್ತಾನೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದು BRS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಸೊ amended cash book ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ balance as per amended cash book add checks issued but not presented less checks deposited but not yet cleared so whichever items which are not within your control adanna BRS ಮಾಡಿ which is within your control within our control and the accountant control you have to find it in the amended cash book ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸೊ ಅವರೇಜ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಡೇಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬಟ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಟ್ ಆರ್ ಔಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ average due date is when there are multiple dates where you get an average at the mean date wherein neither of the party loses or the gain. That's called average due date. So what are the steps you learned? Adana go through, but I'll not get into that because of the you already learned in one method, other method follow it. Account current is a statement in the form of a ledger account where transaction is presented. There are three methods of preparing. Theory kelbodu, this time theory kelbodu, theory go through made. Individual account, individual method, ಅಥವಾ product of individual transaction ಅಥವಾ balance method ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Right. So other statement forward. Renting interest andre when the interest due date falls outside the year end. 31st March is our year end, but it falls on 10th of April. Then it should be written in the redding. That's called redding interest. The last topic of the day: financial statement of a company. Specific syllabus are intermediate. In my foundation syllabus alli company accounts helbittu they say show it in the balance sheet. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಇದೇ ತರ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಸ್ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ 1 ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಸ್ 2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ 1 or 2 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ವಿತ್ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ದೆನ್ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಇನ್ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೀತಾ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ ಸೊ ರಾಮ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಮಂಕೀಸ್ long and deferred operation with the help of Lakshman shortly triumph over Sri Lanka. This is the format. So shareholders funds, share capital, business surplus, money received against share warrant. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ deferred tax liability always non-current, trade payable always current. Everything else is long-term borrowing, short-term borrowing. Other long-term liabilities, other current liabilities. Long-term provision, short-term provision. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು reasonable ಆಗಿ. Next, new life in capital. ಇಲ್ಲಿ peers, friends, peers, near and dear one, loved one and all. So under that Tikipuri, tangible asset, intangible asset, capital work in progress andre fixed asset under construction, intangible asset under development. Adu torsi. Then current assets alli main items are ITC. ಏನು ITC ಅಂದ್ರೆ inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? More than 12 months is normally long term, less than equal to 12 months is short term. P&L account mostly they may not ask, but still if you want particulars, note number, current year, previous year, ROTE, ROTE, revenue from operation, other income, total income, expenses, all your expense you write. This is called PBET. Remove exceptional item, PBET. Remove extraordinary item, PBT. Remove tax, profit after tax. But the next part may not be relevant. Yeah, other story ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಸೀತಾ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That's it. So December 21 question paper format. Okay. So first question compulsory, any 4 for the rest. So first question 12 marks. Innu yarigu gottilla idu already 3 times ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಇದು. So first true or false with the reasons. ಖಾಲಿ true or false ಕೊಟ್ರೆ waste. So ಅದು with reason ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ last the answer is false. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ normally 6 questions ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 to 4 normally false ಇರೋದು. Next, valuation of inventory was asked for 4 marks. Theory question based on accrual on 4 marks is a common format. Second and third question items ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ WD ಮೆಥಡ್ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ BRS ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಇದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ದೆನ್ ಎವರೇಜ್ ರೇಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಐಟಮ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಐದರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ P&L ಅಪ್ರೋಪ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುತ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ Problem on NPO, okay. Precision payments account money kedru. This time they might ask I&D account. Admission of a partner money kedru. So retirement come admission important. Rectification of errors unfortunately only for 5 marks. Then final accounts normal question, okay. 15 marks manufacturing account beautiful question, okay. Again this time they may not ask, don't bother. But normal trading failed account note coding. Then problem on company account issue of shares normal question. ಸೊ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಅದೇ ತರ July 21 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗಿವನ್. ಸಪ್ತಮ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್, ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ, ರೈಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೈಸ್, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಟೇಬಲ್, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸೇಸ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 or 6. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 2 ಅಥವಾ 3 ಮೇ ಬಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ಜೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ವಿತ್ 2, 3, ದೆನ್ 4th, 5th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ಜನರಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 1 and 6 ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. 4 and 5 ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. 2 and 3 ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮೋರ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2A ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, 2B ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, 3B ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, 3A ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದಟ್ ದ ವೇ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ choice. Attempt all the political question. Most questions are lifted recently. Many students who thought repetition is already well ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, we thought actually after writing you will get low marks, they'll get 80+. Don't miss even a single exam. Exam tough, easy, whatever. All the exam ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. Syllabus is be more relaxed and use all the R2R materials what we have done already. R2C material, R2R material ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. I think we already done, especially the last batch ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ wherever required you can just take it. Let us meet in the C inter class at the earliest. Pass with high marks. Enjoy. Last success mantra from Shedis of only when you put in your best and most needed sincere effort towards the fulfillment of your goals in life shall Paramatma or God will also ensure that you achieve success in your chosen field. Only when you put your best. ನೀವು ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕದೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೇ ಟು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಬಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 10 days ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್. ಅದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ non-caste friends who are listening to this session through YouTube or whatever, if you want this, we will be sharing 83102 ಅಂತ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು if you can just ask for this, I will obviously share this. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ ಎಲ್ರು? ಫೈನ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ you had a good brainstorming. I expected 1 hour, but still first I knew it will extend because so much syllabus 1.5 hour cover ಮಾಡೋದು it is not an easy job and not to too high pace. ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಬಿಡದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು 10 to 20 marks ಬಂದ್ರು 80 becomes 100 ಬರ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ ಒಂದು. ಸೊ ಟುಡೇ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ BCK economics ಯಾವ್ದು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ 1 hour if you are spending you can do it. From today 11 o'clock ಮಲ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, 11:30 maximum, nothing beyond that. I know some of you will not listen, can't help it. Okay, I can't help it. Okay, 11:30. Okay, so 11:30 ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 12 o'clock ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಬಂದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 7-8 ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ 10 to 6 ವಾಟ್ 6 to 8 hours ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಓಕೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಕಾಮ್ ಬೈ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಸ್ 14+ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಿ ಹೈಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜೆಟಿಕ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಫುಲ್ ಜೋಶಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡಿಂಟ್ ಕಿಸಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 3 months 6 months 1 year, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಸಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ at 7-7:30 ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್, ಡೂ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಟುಮಾರೋ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 10 chapters ಇದ್ದಂಗಿದೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 6 to 8 chapters 6 chapters ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಡೇ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ ಹಾಫ್ ಡೇ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಉಳಿದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸರಿ, ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡೇ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 4 o'clock ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಡನ್ ಫುಲ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ನೀಟಾಗಿ. ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು 2 to 3 hours ಓಕೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 12 o'clock ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಫುಲ್ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಅಪ್ ದ 200 pages ಬುಕ್. ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 days ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸೊ 2 to 3 hours ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So do not read after 12 o'clock. Shakuntala Devi, the famous mathematician turned astrologer, who is no more now, she says, 2 days before the exam, you have to stop reading. But now 2 minutes before the exam, at least let us stop 2 hours before. So if your exam center is nearby, leave at least by 12:15, 9:30 to 10:30 to 12 Friday is a raw kala. Bere dinner nodkollu beda, first day nodkolli saku. So if your exam center is nearby, you start at 12:15, be within 12:45. Exam center is far away, 10:15 ge bitbidi atha odle bitbidi. What you call those who are traveling out station, bega bitbidi 12:30 ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಯ್ ಬೈ ಜನರಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಡ. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ರಾಂಗ್ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಅದು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. 1:30 ಒಳಗೆ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಸಿಟ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 12 o'clock 1 o'clock. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು 1 o'clock ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ತಿನ್ನಿ. Drink, carry the water bottle, but don't drink too much liquid at that time, because if you have to go to the nature's call again and again, it will be disturbance. So liquid ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಕೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಮ್. ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಮ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ನೋಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಟ್, ಇವನ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಈಟ್. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್, ಏನು ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ವಿಚ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್, ನಾನು ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಡಬ್ಬದಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಡಬ್ಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಂಗ್ರಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅನ್ ಆಪಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈಟ್, ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಮಸಾಲ ದೋಸೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ತನ್ವಿತ ಲೆಗ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಮ್ಮ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹಾಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕಮ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹಾಲ್, ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಮ್ಮೆಲೆ ಎದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡಿ, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ರೂಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. First question, what you are writing, whether you write first question, 5th question, 10th question, 6th question, I don't know. Nanna prakara first question or 6th question should be the first question. I think first question more comfortable, because majority of you will be able to answer. Atha 6th question, atha if you are very sure sir 4th question ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿ. Start with that also, nothing wrong. If you already done the same thing word by word, if you know 4th A and 4B, do it. First question ಗೆ 40 minutes ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ? ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಷನ್ 1 hour ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೂಸ್ಟರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 45 minutes, 1 hour ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 8 to 9 ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 1 hourಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು 10 minutes ಆ ಕಡೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ನು 2 more days ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಂದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1.5 days ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು, 2.5 days ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1.5 days ಇರೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಗಿವ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್, ಯಾವುದು ಐದರ್ 1 or 6, ಆರ್ ಯು ನೋ 100% ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು, 3rd question 4th question ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ 6. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 40 minutes. 40 minutes ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಇಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್. 30 minutes ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀ, 2 marks ಇದು 6 into 12. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ 10 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೋದು. 10 marks 12 marks ಆಯ್ತು. ಇನ್ನು 4 mark ಇದ್ದು 10 minutes 30 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೋದು ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ. 40 minutes ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೈ ನೋವಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊ. ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಟೇಕ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟೈಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಫರಬಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ 6 ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. 30 minutes ಆದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓ ಎಸ್ ಐ ಡಿಡ್, ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ there is one more question which you know 100% correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? even true or false, one question you don't know, 2 question don't know, ಚಕ್ಕದೆ. still 4 question into 2 8 marks ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರೆ 4 16 marks is still a good confidence booster. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 40 minutes. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 2:05 ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 5 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬೇಗದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ರೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು 3 hours ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿಗೆ ರೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಲೇಟ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀಸನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ? ರೈಟ್. 2:05 ಗೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 40 minutes, 2:45 ಮುಗೀತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ 35 minutes. ಸೊ 45 minutes ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ 5 minutes ಸಮ್ಮರಿ. 5 minutes ಸಾಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಡ. 45 + 35 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 80 minutes. ಎಷ್ಟು? 45 + 35 80 minutes ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಓಕೆ 30 minutes. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 110 minutes. So that means 3 question ನಿಮ್ದು 350 ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿ 2 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆ ದಿನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಚ್ ಅನ್ನ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಡಿ. ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ 15 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 5 o'clock, 5 ವರೆಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಂತ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಯುವರ್ ವಾಚ್ ಆ ದಿನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಂತ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕೀಪ್ 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನೌ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 9 o'clock ಅಂದ್ರೆ 9:05 ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ 2:05 ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 40 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್, 2:45 ಮುಗಿದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲಾಟ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಸೊ ಗೋ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 40 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್. 2:45 ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 35 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು? ಸೊ 45 + 30 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 35 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 2:45 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 35 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ? 15 + 20 3:20ಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? 3:20ಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನೀವು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಐ ಮೇಕ್ ಸಿಲಿ, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, leave some page PTO and go to the next question. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 350 ಸಾರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 320 to 350 ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3A 3B 4A 4B ಇದೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಟೈಮ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದು ಲೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 350ಗೆ 3 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ 30 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 420 ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 450. ಅದಾದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಇವತ್ತು ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಫುಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದು. 455ಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು 2A 2B ಇದ್ದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸಮ್ ಡಾಟಾ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಗಿವನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ನೋ, even if you want to solve, you do it 5 minutes. Or ಮತ್ತೆ you will snatch till the last minute snatch ಅವರೇ ಪೇಪರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ 3 Idiots ಮೂವಿ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಯುವರ್ 6 months ಆಫ್ ಯರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಬೈ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 12:30 ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಮೋಡ್. ಸೊ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಓದೋದು ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್ ಓದಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್. ನಿಮ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರಿ, ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1:30 ಒಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಸೀಟ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾರು ಬಂದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಹಾಯ್ ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೇಸ್. ನಮ್ದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ವಿಜಿಲೇಟರ್, ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಒಂದು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಂತ. ಮಾನಸ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. ಅದು ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹುಡುಗಿ ಇನ್ವಿಜಿಲೇಟರ್ ಆ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಹೊರಡಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಹುಡುಗಿರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ನೆವರ್ ಟ್ರೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಸೊ 2:05 to 2:45 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, 2:45 to 3:20 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, 3:20 to 3:50 ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, 3:50 to 4:20 ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, 4:20 to 4:50 ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. 4:50 to 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು 5-10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಖುಷಿನೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊ, ಯಾವ್ದು ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಡನ್ ರೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಒಂದು ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ 4A ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ 4B ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಟ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅದರ್ 5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ CA ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, PUC ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಐ ನೋ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ 100 out of 100. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟು ಯು, ಕಾಂಗ್ರಾಚುಲೇಟ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು 130 140 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, 100 ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್, ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 135 100 ಎಲ್ಲ 100 people 100 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ 100 ಬಂದಿದೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ. ಹೌ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ 2A ಮತ್ತೆ 3B ನನಗೆ 2 ಮಾತ್ರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಫಿನಿಶಿಂಗ್ 5 questions proper is a target. Last 5 minutes is scribbling something about that question which you are not attempted. Are you crystal clear about it? Right. Then influence booster ಆಯ್ತು, R2R ಆಯ್ತು. Okay. So there is an important session tomorrow. Okay. ಇದನ್ನೊಂದು ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ, ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ ಸಾಕು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ರು? ಇದ್ರ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಈ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಶೇರ್. ಬಿಗ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೂನಿಯರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ಪರ್ಸನಲಿ ಸಮ್ಮನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ದೆಮ್. ಅದರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಟುಮಾರೋ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೆರೆವರಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಅದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. 4 of us will be joining because the big program, because ಈ ಸಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟಿವಿನಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಗ್. ಸೊ ಟುಮಾರೋ 8 to 9 ಇದೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ದಿಸ್. One student becoming CA because of you is a big contribution to Amrita Bharat 75th year of India's independence. ಇದು ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೋಡಿಲ್ವಾ? ಅದನ್ನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. And we are also starting CS batch from this CS batch ಯಾವಾಗ ಜುಲೈ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ CA ಟಫ್ ಇದ್ದು CS ಹೋಗೋದು ನಾಳೆ ಬರಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ. Anybody want to start CS because many people are misusing, looting the what you call CS education. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we are also decide to restart the CS batch. Okay, ಯೋಗ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್, ಇದೊಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಯೋಗ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ July 30th, June 30th ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. I kept around 100 t-shirts separately for all of you. Whoever wants, you can take it later. Okay, so ನಿಮ್ದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಇನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ R2R ಸೆಷನ್ 3 R2R ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ July 1st ಗೆ ಚಿಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಅದು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ CA ಡೇ, ಬಿಗ್ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಡೇ. ಅದು ಆದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಈಗ ಬೇಡ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್? ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್. ಯಾ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್. ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೀಸನಬಲ್ ರಿಕಾಲ್, ಇವನ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1.5 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಜಲಕದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2 days ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ठीक है. So I'm not going to tell you now what you should read, what you should not read. Okay, my point is be more relaxed. Be more relaxed because CA exam is all about 60% preparation, 30% presentation and how you manage your presentation skills in the exam. 10% is pressure management. Okay, foundationally pressure irbardo, it should be a pleasure. Oh, I am enjoying my exam. This is a mantra. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎಂಜಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ದ ವೇ ಯು ಶುಡ್. ಯಾರು ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಯಾರು ಡಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇ ಐ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಹೇಳವರೆ, ಯು ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಕರ್ಮ ಟು ಡೂ. ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡು, ನಿನ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಜಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? Relax and chill. Okay, so next 10 to 12 days, ಇವತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ತಾರೀಕು? 21 International ಯೋಗ ಡೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 10 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ವಿತ್ ಗುಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ 6 hours ನಿಮ್ದು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 24 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ 8 hours sleep. So then 8 to 10 hours of preparation. Then other whatever you are doing it fine. So 10 hours, 8 hours of sleep, 10 hours of preparation. Exam days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಆದಿನ ಒಂದು 3 to 4 hours, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು 3 hours, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು R2R 3 hours ಸಾಕು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೇಜರ್. ಮೋರ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಕಿಲ ಅಂತ. ಲಿಪಿಕಾ ಏನು ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಐ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ನನಗೂ ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕಿಲ ಅಂತ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ this batch, the best education we are given from our point of view, because we had exhaustive classes, revision before PUC, revision after PUC, then R2R. The best one we are given. You are the lucky ones actually. You are writing the exam this time, because some people are not applied for the exam also. I don't say lucky, unlucky. I don't say that. At least you are lucky because you got the best of the best preparation possible. Go and give your best shot. So I wish each one of you all the best. Go and enjoy the exam. It is a normal exam like any other exam. Anybody has any issue related to the what you call exam days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, including you or your parents, can call us 83102 ಅಥವಾ 988 ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. 99% I'll call back within 2 hours. Normally 24 hours ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ within 2 hours. ಹಂಗಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟಲ್, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಗಕ್ ಕಲೀರಿ, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. Each one of you are going to rock the exam. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. God bless you all. Thank you, one and all.